the water into the drain so that we can clear all these puddles of our roads.
These and more coming up here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. Join us with your thoughts on X. Use the hashtag JoySMS and then on WhatsApp 055-1111-997. Coming up is the news at 6.
You even go on and call me your very own. So grateful for your love. No one can do the things you do for me. No one else but you. Never thought that you could love someone like me.
Joy 99.7 FM.
Hello, good morning and welcome to Joy News at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM, hits 103.9 FM here in Accra, along 99.5 in Kumasi, and on all affiliates across the country. You also find us on myjoyonline.com, YouTube, X Spaces, and Facebook. Coming up, oil marketing companies are fears of an immediate hike in fuel prices, despite developments in the Middle East giving assurances prices will instead take a nosedive this week.
When fuel prices are going up, we don't see the effect immediately in our pump prices in this country. For this very week, we're going to have a very cool price.
Meanwhile, President Mahama has ordered ministers responsible for energy and finance to take precautionary measures.
Recent events in the Middle East between Israel and Iran have started to escalate crude oil prices dramatically. I've asked our Minister of Finance to prepare measures to protect the recent gains that we have made.
There will also be updates in business later in the bulletin. Also coming up, residents in some parts of the central business district of Takoradi in the western region continue to count their losses after floods ground activities to a halt.
The coastal on the road has removed after the flood. Look at this place. It is very serious as of now. We came here about 2 hours ago.
Meanwhile, in our After the Flood series, a retiree who lost his 1.8 million cedis investment to the Akoto Dams village 2 years on, he's still picking up the pieces.
I lost almost about 1.5 to 1.8 million Ghana cedis. Now I'm staying like a cripple.
We also have updates from local divers calling off their research at the Dikpe Bridge after their rescue mission have retrieved all drowned 7 students of Laura Senior High School. These and more coming up with me, Mamisi Nyamiche Thompson. Stay for details. Now, oil marketing companies have allayed fears that fuel prices could shoot up this week. The announcement comes in the wake of speculations by President John Mahama that, in view of Israel's ongoing war against oil-rich Iran, Ghana could see a corresponding shock in fuel prices if the prices of crude rise on the international market. During his Tanki tour in the Savannah region, the president said Ghana isn't immune to shocks of global events, hence the need for ministers responsible for energy and finance to take precautionary measures.
Despite the work we have done in stabilizing the economy, Ghana is not immune from the shocks of global events. Recent events in the Middle East, which involve an exchange of missiles between Israel and Iran, have started to escalate crude oil prices dramatically. I've asked our Minister of Finance and Minister of Energy to keep a close eye on the development and model the possible impacts on our petroleum prices and prepare measures to protect the recent gains that we have made.
Well, the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies, COMAC, says fuel prices will rather go down this week by a margin of 2%. Here's Chief Executive of COMAC, Reverend Opon.
Our forecast does not at all in any way capture that movement. And this is the same reason why I say that when fuel prices are going up, we don't see the effect immediately in our pump prices in this country. For this very week, we're going to have a very cool price because we're going to sell old stocks that has been bought at a price, or probably people who have locked in products and paid for it. So we should not expect the hike effect on the pump price this week. But most likely, the second part of the second window in June, things might change because of the war.
Well, in a related development, the minority in Parliament is calling for the repeal of the energy sector shortfall and debt repayment levy, which recently imposed 1 cedi on each litre of fuel bought. James Aveji has details of that statement.
The minority described the postponement as wholly inadequate and demanded the complete reversal of the policy. They call on government to immediately table a repeal of the bill and a certificate of urgency to comprehensively abolish the Energy Sector Levies Amendment Act 2025. Although the Ghana Revenue Authority has postponed the implementation of the new levy, the minority caucus condemned the decision to postpone the implementation of the levy just days before its scheduled commencement on June 16, describing it as evidence of government's chaotic and fundamentally inconsistent approach to the economic governance. They also added that the 11R U10 epitomizes a trial and error strategy and reveals a disturbing lack of stakeholder engagement prior to the passage of the law.
Away from that, life has yet to return to normalcy in some parts of the central business district of Secondary Takoradi in the western region, which was severely flooded, grounding activities of motorists and traders to a halt. Residential homes were also not spared by the flood waters, which officials attribute to last weekend's downpour, accompanied by strong winds which lasted for an hour over the weekend. Here are some residents reacting to the floods.
See what the water has done to the road. It's removed. So this is what the road has done right now. See this place. See this place. See this place. All this place are the road. If you look on the road top, look at them. The road has removed. Everything on the road has removed. The coastal on the road has removed after the flood. Look at this place. It is very serious as of now. We came here about 2 hours ago. I entered the house first, and when I went inside the house, everywhere was flooded.
And you had the residents at Secondary Takoradi. Well, let's go to the western region now and speak to Ina Thalia Kwanzaa there. Ina, what are NADMO officials and other agencies doing to provide some relief to victims in the area?
Mimi, they told me that they are doing their best, but this downpour was so huge that I can say that about 50% of Secondary Takoradi was flooded. And so this morning they will come out with a conclusive assessment of the areas and then the way forward.
Well, Ina, do you know how the residents are coping after the situation last night?
It hasn't been easy for most residents. Coupled with this is a lights out that is, being true from Saturday to this morning. And for some residents, they have lost everything to these rains. So for most of them, they will not be able to, get hold of any of their household items.
Right, Ina, thank you so much for that update. We'll definitely keep an eye on that situation developing in Secondary Takoradi in the western region. Now, he once imagined a peaceful retirement after over 40 years of hard work around the world as a marine engineer. His dream was to settle down and live off his investments in aquaculture and snail farming in Mepe along the Volta River in the Northern District. But the Akoto Dam spillage struck, resulting in the loss of his investment. Fred Kwame Asari has more in our feature series after the floods.
Godson Hlonji poured his life savings, close to 1.8 million Ghana cedis, into building thriving snail and aquaculture farms along 2 different locations by the river. Just as the business began to flourish, tragedy came in form of floods.
This is my first fish pond, measuring 35 feet by 75 feet by 5 feet deep. And it contains 10,000 catfishes. And this is my snail pens. I lost almost about 1.5 to 1.8 million Ghana cedis.
Godson Hlonji is among the many victims who lost everything to the flooding. Despite this heavy blow, he has refused to give up entirely. With support from an NGO, he gathered enough resources to start over, switching to okra farming on a 5-acre plot of land.
We'll bring you the full report in subsequent bulletins. While local divers at the Dikpe Bridge have ended their rescue mission after they retrieved all 7 bodies of students of Laura Senior High School who drowned after their boat capsized. Upper West Regional Minister Charles Luwanga Boateng, who visited the scene, has called for calm. Join News Upper West Regional correspondent Rafiq Salam has more from Laura.
Laura Senior High School retrieved a dead bodies. 7 students drawn and all retrieved by local divers, whether they are in same class from different communities or teenagers. The loss is profound. At the forecourt of the Laura Municipal Hospital's morgue, sea of mourners gathered, majority of them in uncontrollable bearded tear eyes, grieving and wailing over the loss. Some of them are demanding for answers.
Lois Kati is my niece, and the mother passed on 5 years ago, and she has been under my care throughout the period. Unfortunately, yesterday I was called on phone that there was this tragic issue in the school. I arrived to realize that it wasn't in the school, but rather at the riverside. Whatever the issues are, how they got to the riverside is something that I can still not ascertain, and I need answers to these issues.
Others want the identified bodies to be quickly released to them for burial. Our Power Regional Minister Charles Wongo Pozon Esquire has other ideas.
All I can say is that it's the Almighty God that gives and He takes. Let's have deep hearts, further plead with the family. Please allow the authorities a bit of time to go through the necessary procedures, and ultimately our kids will be released for us to do a befitting funeral.
Upper West Regional Minister Charles Luwanga Boateng ending that report by Rafiq Salam. And that's how we end this morning's bulletin here on Joy 99.7 FM. Up next is business on the Super Morning Show. Don't go away.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Google me. At what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car? No, I don't change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel where I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so. This is the type of fuel where they want to. Cause now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir. Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mindset be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open there. Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel? Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you. Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside? I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small. Go. Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
See, your rich auntie gets more from Absa. Your childhood friend gets more from Absa. Your favorite uncle gets more from Absa. Your roommates gets more from Absa. Digital solutions get more from Absa. Rewards be bring get more from Absa. 5-star treatment get more from Absa. Preferential rate get more from Absa. Easy banking and no ane Absa. Instant loans and no ane Absa. Bank papa party and no ane Absa. FTK account and get more from Absa. Yes! Join thousands of Absa customers enjoying priority treatment, preferential rates, amazing rewards, and seamless digital solutions to help you write the next big chapter of your story. Sign up for an Absa account today and get more. Your story matters. Absa.
Let me share my experience with you at the new Aqua Safari Resorts. When you arrive, you're greeted by warm smiles and introduced to your 24-hour butler who already has your itinerary sorted. Enjoy water sports activities like jet ski rides, kayaking, water sliding, flyboarding, and castanet fishing. You can even have your lunch here on the boat cruise. Let the tour guides take you through the sceneries of the mangrove forest, the friendliness of the animals, while you pet and feed them. We chose to have our breakfast with a beautiful sunrise right in front of our cabin.
Visit Aqua Safari Eco Resort in Ghana, bringing you closer to nature.
Brush your teeth every day and night. Up and down and all around. Brush the feeling bright. Brush your teeth. Brush with mom and dad. Underneath and in between. Brush the gems out.
cavity protection.
For 10 times stronger.
This advert is FDA approved.
Not just another bank.
Reliable, check. Comfort, check. Strong, check. Tough, check. Tried and tested, check. Affordable, check. Comes in so many colors and sizes, check. Suitable for domestic and industrial use, check. Choose quality, choose Syntex Tank. Available nationwide and comes with 7-year warranty. And remember, Syntex Tank is a caring brand too. Syntex Tank, a strong, a tough.
Kojo, it's 3 a.m. What now?
Ya tisubiomo, ya tisubiomo.
Kojo, not again. It's 4 a.m. What's now?
Sorry. Last year was Yatisubium. This year, crowd, we've gone lower. Yasaya Tiso. I'm back with good news. Amazing news. I've been so cool. SG Ghana loans are back with even lower interest rates. If you're a salaried worker, whether you're on CAGD payroll, work with an SG Ghana listed institution, or already bank with SG Ghana, this is your time. Whether it's completing your dream home, paying school fees, or handling other personal needs, SG Ghana has the perfect loan for you. Walk into any SG Ghana branch from now till September 2025 and ask about Yasaya Tisu Loans promo. Let's help you get things done. You can also call 0302-214-314 for more details. Terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
Welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And the 6 a.m. news brought to us by Absa Bank Ghana Limited. Your story matters. And Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you. Coming up is the Joy Business Report brought to us by MNC Properties, a member of the MNC Group. MNC Properties Choice of Class and Safari Valley Resort, bringing you closer to nature. And then Omni Basic Bank, not just another bank. Akbafu.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm doing fine. A little bit saddened. Plenty sad stories from the weekend, but yeah.
I mean, SHS students drowning.
Drowning at, is it Laura?
Yeah. Very sad situation.
And the floods.
And this month, I mean, we'll be following up on all of it. We'll be going to the Upper West region to find out the situation currently. Touch base with the families, how they're coping. Daryl, yesterday was Father's Day. And, my son came to me and asked me, are you sad that you cannot wish your father Father's Day?
I thought about you. I'm like, this the first Father's Day without your father.
Without my father, yes. So, you normally would wake up and then even when you didn't have a child, my father would say, oh, you two, very soon you'll be a father, that kind of thing. But I woke up yesterday knowing that, I wasn't going to
couldn't wish him a happy Father's Day.
And my little boy was now reminding me that, are you sad that you can't wish your father? And, I just laughed. But imagine a parent losing your child under these circumstances.
It's terrible.
It is not easy.
It's terrible.
You see, sometimes we say things, God gives and God takes. Hey,
it's as well.
Look, I mean, you should be in their shoes to understand how they feel. So this morning we're going to be talking about that. But see, Daryl, Takoradi is not one of the areas that you normally would hear it's flooded.
Yeah,
Flooding.
I don't remember the last time I heard of flooding in Takoradi.
Now imagine majority of the areas flooded as a result of a heavy downpour on Saturday. And you know, you heard in Natalia Kwanzaa, the person who normally would go out there and tell stories about how people are trapped, herself trapped.
Wow.
Yeah. And this morning we'll be telling you more about that story, because you see, I mean, she actually gave up.
Wow.
Was just hoping for the worst. She had made calls, and all she was told was to take videos and send and wait for the rain. I mean, when the situation gets better, just think about that for a minute. And it's something we have to talk about. Our emergency response. We'll have that conversation here on the Super Morning Show. But this morning also, we'll be having a conversation on why you don't have to be too excited about the decision to postpone the implementation of what you have termed as Doomsday levy.
I mean, once the Iran-Israel thing started, some figured this may not go on.
The decision to suspend it while we look at the right time. This morning we are told, okay, crude oil, fuel prices may reduce by, say, some 2 or 3%.
But for how long?
For how long? That's the question. And you see, do you know that the government benchmark revenue, I mean, government projected getting some over $1.1 billion of revenue from crude oil. The benchmark for a barrel of crude was actually 74.7. So all this while, when crude oil prices were at 64,
we're going down.
The government was not meeting that target that it had set. And so the last person you want to go to and say, reduce it, is government.
Yeah.
As in, go and tell government to reduce certain taxes. Okay? So what do we do? Plus, yes, on Friday, Thursday maybe, the cedi depreciated by some 10 pesos to the US dollar. How would that impact us? It's a conversation we'll have here on the Super Morning Show. But of course, our friends from Zoom Lion are going to be joining us here on the Super Morning Show.
Interesting.
Today. Yes, very packed show. And we're going to be talking about all of these here on the Super Morning Show. Whom are you sounding the trumpet?
I don't know. Today I'm not in the mood, but I just want to say good morning to Selassie Sikanku, who is a fan of the trumpets. So just for him, trumpets. Hi, good morning. Welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up this morning, prices of petroleum products expected to drop at the pumps starting this morning following suspension of 1 cedi levy on fuel and cedi's continuous appreciation. Also, government expected to roll out new measures aimed at mitigating impact of rising crude oil prices on the economy and cushion consumers. Plus, Bank of Ghana is set to increase dollar support for the market this week after some sudden spike in demand brought fresh pressure on the cedi. Details coming up. My name is Darryl Kwao. Thanks for being with us. Hello to our friends listening from Koforidi on KTU Radio. Prices of petroleum products are set to witness significant reduction at the pump starting this morning. This is based on industry data that guides the pricing of various products. Here's George Rafi.
Diesel may witness one of the biggest drops in prices at the pumps from this morning, as it could go down by as much as 4.3% per litre. This could also result in the litre selling at 12 Ghana cedis, 13 pesos. Petrol, on the other hand, will do about 2.2% drop in price per litre, whilst LPG will go down by more than 3% per kilogram. The Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies have revealed that the reduction came about following government decision to suspend the implementation of the 1 Ghana cedi levy on fuel. This is because if it was done this morning, fuel prices could have gone up by more than 10% per litre. The Energy Ministry has also explained that it decided to suspend its implementation due to the fact that it could have brought some untold hardship to Ghanaians following the rising prices of crude oil on the international market. Joy Business checks also revealed that the city's sharp appreciation has also been a major factor for the reduction that we witnessed this week.
George Office starting us off with that report. Meanwhile, the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies has revealed that aside from the city's appreciation effect, this week's price review did not factor current happenings on the global market. Dr. Winston Upon is Chief Executive of the Chamber.
Obviously, we saw some gradual movements of the plat price over this last window, and obviously the city doing very well, matching it. So we did not have that drop that we usually would have in every window that we experienced in the past 7 or 8 windows. And most definitely that was anticipation of the government that the fuel price would go down to absorb the 1 cedi extra. But we realized that the 1 cedi was bringing an upward movement in prices of fuel.
Chief Executive of the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies, Dr. Winston Upon. Now, government will in the coming weeks roll out measures and policies aimed at mitigating the impact of rising crude oil prices on consumers and the economy. The President has directed Finance Minister Dr. Kansela to Forson and the Energy Minister John Jinapor to initiate measures that will ensure the country is not overtaken by current global events. Here's more in this report.
Joy Business understands that these measures will be rolled out before the mid-year budget review. This should mean that it could happen next week or the other week. One of the actions that the two ministers might take in alternative sources to finance import of fuel for power generation following the suspension of this levy. Again, explore the possibility of using monies gotten from the stabilization levy to cushion consumers should prices still go up in the coming days. Government could also be looking at the possibility of further appreciation of the Ghana cedi to help deal with the further spike in price in crude oil at the pump. Well, the fine details could come soon in terms of what they settle on. Sources say government is taking that seriously because of the impact of reversing current economic recovery and gains.
In other news, the African Development Bank has announced it will advance some financial support towards government's flagship economic policy, the 24-hour policy initiative. Now, according to the bank, it has identified key areas within the program to support. Solomon Kweno is vice president. He has been speaking at a news conference in Accra after a mission visit.
The second is supporting a visionary 24-hour economy initiative. The 24-hour economy initiative looks promising and has tremendous potential to transform Ghana's economy. This is a highly visionary concept that has captured our attention and also our enthusiasm. We conducted a series of intensive working sessions with Mr. Guzi Tano, the 24-Hour Economy Secretariat, the Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund, and several other partners, and have identified concrete areas where the bank can provide meaningful support to drive implementation.
Solomon Kweno, a vice president of the African Development Bank in charge of infrastructure and industries. The Bank of Ghana is expected to move quickly this week to meet dollar demands to all banks by increasing market support. There was a sudden spike in demand last week, bringing fresh pressure on the Ghana cedi. Here are more details in the following report.
We are learning that the spike in dollar demand has been influenced by recent comments by President John Mahama that they are looking at the true value of the Ghana cedi being pegged at 10 to 12 Ghana cedis. This has resulted in some businesses trying to move fast to take positions once the dollar is cheap before any future depreciation. Another reason for this pressure, according to bank treasurers, is that there were some offshore investors that were taking profits for their earlier investment in the country. However, the central bank has given the firm assurance that all commercial banks that are having demand issues will be met this week. This should be complemented by general market support in addition to what the regulator will provide to the market. This should help in firmly stabilizing the Ghana cedi to ward off any fresh demand pressures that will come in the coming days.
Now, persons identified as willful loan defaulters by financial institutions will be banned from accessing loans for 5 years. Their names will also be sent to the Financial Intelligence Center for the necessary action and published in the national dailies as well. These proposed actions were captured in a draft as part of measures by the Bank of Ghana to deal with high non-performing loans. Now, government failed to meet its treasury bills target for the third consecutive week. According to auction results by the Bank of Ghana, the government missed the target narrowly by 4.38%. Meanwhile, interest rates continue to dip on the shorter end of the market. Here's more.
The Treasury got 7.22 billion Ghana cedis as against a target of 7.588 billion Ghana cedis. The chunk of the bid came from the 91-day bill, with investors offering 6.025 billion Ghana cedis. This represented 83.3% of the total bid. For the 182-day bill, investors tendered in only 995.27 million cedis. All the bids were accepted. A little over 204 million Ghana cedis of the bid came from the 364-day bill. The Treasury, however, accepted 173.40 million Ghana cedis of the bid. Meanwhile, interest rates continue to narrow on the shorter end of the yield curve. The yield on the 91-day bill went down by 9 basis points to 14.70%. That of the 182-day bill also declined to 15.25% from the previous weeks of 15.45%. However, the yield on the 364-day bill went up by 3 basis points to 15.74%.
Well, let's turn to the stock market. Mark Jordan Sikanate of Databank Research tells us how your investments will fare this week.
The stock market rebounded last week on the back of strong gains in Societe Generale, EcoBank, MTN, GCB Bank, and Benzoil Palm Plantation. The new gold ETF also featured in the gainers for last week. The composite index advanced by nearly 3%, with its year-to-date return at 26.3%. The market's turnover came in at 21.9 million Ghana cedis, with 3.3 million shares traded across 22 counters. Looking ahead next week, we expect gains in Standard Chartered Bank following strong investor demand. Reporting for Joy News from Databank Research, this is Mark Jordan Sikanate.
On the commodity market this morning, crude oil selling at $74 a barrel after jumping from $66 last week due to developments in the Middle East. Gold lost $8 to open trading at $3,424 an ounce. Cocoa trading at $8,942 a ton after dropping by a few dollars. Also on the currency market, the dollar going for 12 cedis 60 pesos. That's the rate some forex bureaus are offering to their clients. The British pound 16 cedis. The euro going for 14 cedis. However, commercial banks quoting the dollar at 10 cedis 28 pesos. More news on our website, myjournline.com/business. My name is Daryl Kwao. 12 cedis 60 pesos. The disparity there again, 10 cedis 28 pesos. At the commercial banks quoting amongst themselves. I
mean, that's it. You're very right. And we'll get into that conversation here on the Super Morning Show because over the weekend there have been concerns about, availability of dollars as well. So we'll tell you more about that here on the Super Morning Show. Okay. Are we running out of dollars? What's the challenge? And how will that impact us?
We're hearing that the central bank is going to pump some more dollars this week, apparently. So
that's needed. If it doesn't, back to like we say, cost 90. Anyway, thank you very much, Daryl. We can bring our inspirational song this morning to you. It's one by Sisi Beidou. So let's enjoy it.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy. Joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're
Do It Again. That's our inspirational song for this morning here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. Could you let's get into our Drive Safe campaign?
The Drive Safe campaign is brought to you by Joy News and Multimedia Group and supported by Toyota Superior Quality. Avoid all distractions, keep both eyes on the road, hands on the steering wheel, be visible, drive with your lights on. That's how you ensure you're safe wherever. This morning, let me show you the traffic hotspots and how you can navigate the city and get to your destination safe. On the Dr. Buzia Highway, the Google traffic map tells us that from the Dansman part to the Graphic Road part, there's a lot of traffic on that particular stretch. I want to assume there are puddles on the road as well, like the other places. If you check that Chimota Road, there's traffic on the main Achimota road to Tesano because of that broken down vehicle. So if you are coming from the Accra Mall side and you need to use the underpass, that truck has taken your lane. So you may have to push a little bit into the inner lane of those coming from the Amasaman side to town. Shiashi, as usual, has a puddle, so it will be difficult to navigate Shiashi, and the Google traffic map shows all red around Shiashi. So you may want to use alternative roads if you're a frequent user of that Shiashi road. And if you check the Gifford Road area as well, there's a little bit of traffic on that particular area, and this is all Google Maps showing us the hotspots in the city. So please use alternative routes, drive safe, don't be too difficult to deal with on the road, because today will be a difficult road day, right? If somebody wants you to just give them a little bit space to move, do that so that we can all move around easily within Accra, Kumasi, and the major urban centers in the country.
Great. Thank you very much, Kojo, which means we can now learn how to say it right. Brought to us by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks. And Societe Generale Bank Ghana, the future is you.
Something must be done.
Now, you just gave us a traffic update. So let's just do something that in relation to driving. F-A-S-T-E-N. F-A-S-T-E-N. Fasten.
It's got to do with the seatbelt.
Seatbelt. So you fasten your seatbelt.
You don't fasten it.
No.
So it's not fasten.
No.
Like you are going off foot.
No.
It's fasten.
You fasten your seatbelt.
But it's a T-E-N. It's 10.
Yes. But don't say 10. Don't say fasten.
Fasten.
No. Fasten your seatbelt.
Fasten.
Yes. You fasten your seatbelt. It's like that. That's if you want to say it right. I know English could be difficult sometimes.
You know, on seatbelts, my father, Dr. Datsun, if you sit in the sky and you don't wear the seatbelt, he will move small and tell you, oh, I left my Bible at home, go and pick. You go and pick and you move and say, so I'm both seatbelt.
But you know, actually, it's the responsibility of the driver.
Yes.
To make sure the passenger is in a seatbelt.
Just as because he's responsible for the vehicle and everybody in it,
exactly.
right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So fasten your seatbelt.
Fasten your seatbelt.
And make sure when the kids sit in the car, you fasten their seatbelts as well.
Exactly.
If you need to get them proper car seats, get it so that you fasten that properly and you lock them in. Okay. Strap a child.
Great. Let's get into the newspaper review now, and that's brought to us by Syntex Tank, Air Strong, Air Tough, and Access Bank, more than banking, as well as Kale Charcoal Toothpaste. Happy smile.
We'll start with the Ghanaian Times this morning. One Ghana city fuel levy suspended. He has a picture of the president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Sad story from Laura, Black voter tragedy. 7 Laura senior high school students drowned. 5 bodies retrieved, 2 missing. Good news on the nurses and midwives front. Nurses, midwives suspend strike. So those of you who couldn't go to the hospital last week, or you went to the hospital and didn't get the services, you can't go to the hospital today. Yeah. Appeal court orders NHC to re-enter Bonitaki Adamalache II in register. Zoom Lion clarifies status of Ye contract, reaffirms commitment to transparency. And Kotoko overcome golden kick scare to win MTN FA Cup.
One of the things I'd love to know from the sports guys when they join us later on the show, I saw something on X that says the caption should be Kotoko robs golden kicks. But I am a fan of Asante Kotoko. The most important thing is that we won. But if if the penalty wasn't a penalty, then it's a shame because you must win and win fairly. The daily graphic for this morning talks about state media eye financial relief. Minister appeals to Parliament for tax exemptions. Professor Amoah proposes 5 elements to tackle galamsey. We'll tell you more about that. And Zoom Lion clarifies status of YEA contract. It says that, look, the contract had run its natural course and had expired, so it was not a termination as people wanted it to believe. That in fact the statement says they will not renew. It doesn't mean that they terminated their contract. And Kotoko win MTN FA Cup in last gasp drama. As also, I will tell you more about that. But let me just say that this morning, friends from Zoom Line will be joining us here on the Super Morning Show. We're going to be having more on this conversation here on the Super Morning Show.
Okay, and on the football front, I think it will be very sad if I don't read this headline. Go Stars from BBNE have been crowned the 2024-2025 Ghana Premier League champions.
Yes, BBNE from...
congratulations to Go Stars.
BBNE, yes. That's Western North.
Yes.
You know, where it is all part of the Western region. Old Western region.
Yeah. Now, let me take you to the news center. Bodies of 7 drowned Laura Senior High School students retrieved. Oil price surge from Israel-Iran war halts Dumsor levy, according to the government. There's a photo of the Commissioner General of the GRA on the front page. Parliament to vet Supreme Court nominees today. Fidelity Bank posts 1.2 billion Ghana cedi profit before tax with 2.34 billion operating income in 2024. The Fidelity Bank MD was at the Ghana Horticulture Expo, and he explained how the bank is supporting agribusiness as well. So if you're into agribusiness, you may want to talk to them. Zoom Lion backs presidential audits and the reforms that are being proposed, and illegal Ghanaians in US Dreamers quiz visa ban threats. You know that US visa ban that has been mentioned.
The possible ban for that.
What will be the impact? And there is data on Ghanaians living in the US, the number of illegals, the number of legals. I think the news center has done some good job on that. We'll share that with you on the show.
The Economic Times for this morning: debt securities in Ghana now to be giving investment ratings. One Ghana city fuel levy is key to Ghana's fiscal recovery. That's according to the IMF. And collateral registry framework to be reviewed to conform to changing credit dynamics. That's also on the front page of the Economic Times.
The Ghanaian publisher, year contract expired. Zoom Lion clarifies. Minority slums Dumsor levy U10. KGL NLA partnership best for the lottery sector. And Israel-Iran conflict. Mahama fears spike in oil prices.
That's something to be expected. But the other thing really is that Iran is the 9th largest producer of oil. Now, if Saudi Arabia and Russia were to increase production,
even the US and Ghana.
Well, Ghana.
We have the ENI other blocks. If we increase, we'll get more revenue. If we increase production, we'll get more revenue.
Ghana. If we increase production, we'll get more revenue.
Yes.
But in the scheme of things, we don't really matter when it comes
but
to...
the revenue matters.
It matters. So yes, if the US were to say, okay, we're going to increase production, if Russia says we'd increase production, Saudi Arabia, Canada, then you wouldn't have a problem. But if they do not increase production and would want to take advantage of the conflict and also make some profits, then we are in for trouble. And we'll talk more about this. And I've stated that. While we may be celebrating today because there's going to be a 2 to 3% reduction, that may not be the situation
in the next window.
The Today newspaper says charge Eric Nananipa and his associates with theft and causing financial loss. That's according to Indum.
What have they done?
I'll tell you more about that shortly. Government suspends 1 Ghana cedi fuel levy due to Israel-Iran conflict.
Now I'll bring you the BNFT now. IFC affirms commitment to financial sector. GSC, that is the Ghana Standards Authority, cement producers work to reflect cedi gains in pricing. So we should expect cheaper cement very soon. Zoom Lion clarifies status of year contract amid circulating information. EcoBank pledges support for government's 24-hour economy. And the Ghana Alternative Exchange overhaul underway as GSC plans specialized funds for SMEs. The Alternative Exchange is one one of these days should have a conversation on if you run an SMU and you cannot list on the Ghana Stock Exchange, you cannot raise funds. The alternative exchange is something you should look at, and we are being told that the GSC wants to overhaul the alternative exchange. And African governance leaders convene in Accra to address challenges. So those are some of the stories with the BNFT.
Now, the new publisher for this morning says, cancel your Doomsaw tax, minority tells government. NLA will fail without KGL. And yes, that's it basically, on the front page of the new publisher, which means we can now go for the online news review.
Yes.
That's brought to us by Zenith Bank. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
And today is the 16th of June. This is when my mother was able to make a Kev. And when the man track Kevs like that, sometimes you are hot, And Zenith Bank understands that sometimes the man feels a little longer, a little unusual. So you'd need some extra cash to take care of things, yeah? So apply for the Easy Cash, an easy loan solution from Zenith Bank for MTN Momo subscribers. It's secure, it's convenient, it's instant and collateral free. Yes, it's a loan with no collateral. With Easy Cash, you can take care of all your financial needs and emergencies with total peace of mind. Simply dial *170# on MTN, hit option 5 for financial services, then choose option 3 for loans, and finally option 6 for Easy Cash. Easy Cash, your easy loan in 60 seconds, is brought to you by Zenith Bank. Apply today. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
Now, George Quay says I should tell you that all this traffic just moved to Chado.
Yes.
Tell DJ Agric I have 2-bedroom for sale.
But the Chado area too, when you get to the major Mahama roundabout, in the evenings there is traffic, and in the mornings too there is traffic if you don't move early. Your other option is to go use Zenith University, use the what do you call it, that place you used to go for, Trade Fair Road, and you still encounter some traffic. Look, Accra, the traffic, you cannot dodge it.
Okay, let's get on to myjournline.com and let's see what's making news. Then we'll get into the details in the newspapers.
Yes, MyJournline, Israel-Iran war. How exposed is Ghana? That's the big question on the front page of MyJournline. Kwame Poku scores twice as Kotoko beats Golden Cake to MTN FA Cup win. Attorney General Ayine won't prosecute without evidence. Deputy AG Sremsai assures. Year due expired, not terminated. Zoom Lion. Attorney General Ayine wants trade law for pressure. Deputy AG defends integrity of prosecutions. And withdraw Doomsaw levy now. Postponement isn't enough. This is the minority leader speaking. And George Quay is on the front page of MyJournline. Joy Prime to Premier Prime Time with George Quay on June 18. And also on security, Mahama orders military to secure Bolga Bokopo Makom Road. If you go to citynewsroom.com, government to deploy drip machines for nationwide farm road construction. This is the agric minister. One farm, one road. Jean Mensa to appear before Parliament over Blekuma North election dispute. Akotia contempt case against Eneskumi still holds, according to the NDC. And fuel prices to remain stable despite Israel-Iran war, according to COMAC.
Kojo, let's get on to the phone lines. We're heading straight to the Western region, Takoradi, where our correspondent Inatalia Kwansa is. Takoradi was flooded over the weekend. So let's get an update of the situation. Inatalia, good morning. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning.
And I believe that you are well this morning because you were also affected by the floods. Tell us.
Sure, I'm fine this morning. And so the Saturday rains started around 7 a.m. in the morning through to 5 p.m. when it went a bit down, but not like off completely. And for me, I live in Crawford, and so around 8:30, I saw water gushing through my bathroom. And then all of a sudden, the water became so heavy that my kitchen started flooding. And then water from the compound also started gushing very seriously into the rest of the apartment. A 2-bedroom flat with a hall, everything in there was submerged in water. I wasn't, unfortunately for me, I was here with my mom and my daughter, so I had to look for a safe place for my mom and my daughter, and then I was left alone in the rain. I made calls to NADMO, and the best they could tell me was I should wait for the rain to get down or to, be a bit okay for them. before they can come and assess what is happening to me. But I should rather take pictures and then send it to them for their report.
Hold on a minute. That NADMO, the National Disaster Management Organization,
correct,
asked you to wait, and they were waiting for the situation to get better before they could come to your house?
Yes, that is exactly what they told me, and that is exactly what they did. After I had called on people to come in to help me take the water out, around 5 p.m., an ADMO officer comes to my house alone with nothing, just a book and a pen, to tell me that he's coming to access the situation, and I told him no. I mean, the time that I needed you the most, because Winston and Kojo, literally everything in my apartment was soaked in the water. Everything.
Sad one.
And I'm not the only one who had to, feel this. About 3-4 houses before my house. Yesterday I saw them bring everything in their house outside. And then one thing that scared me was that last year, a man about 4 houses away from mine was dead in the flood because this man was sick. And when the rain started, he had no one with him. So the following day when the rain had gone down, when we went there, the man was dead in the flood.
Now, in Natalia, you talked about, you've given us the situation of last year, but let me just say that we've also been joined by Rafiq Salam in Wa. Rafiq, good morning. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning. Good morning to you there.
Great. I'll get back to you shortly, Rafiq. But in Natalia, I mean, for many of us, Takoradi isn't an area that normally floods. So why this situation? Which other areas flooded as a result of Saturday's downpour?
Okay, so we can talk about the Takoradi Market Circle. We can talk about Diabene, some parts of Anaje, Kansarodo, Sekendi itself, Adiambra, Ekwase, Asempa Hotel area. When we go to Eskafam Bantam number 1, number 2, most part of Sekendi Takoradi was flooded on Saturday. Most parts.
And beyond, the NADMO official coming to your house with a book and a pen, what has been what have they been up to? As the National Disaster Management Organization?
Well, so they tell me that they have been to other places assessing the situation, and then some part of the places that got flooded, they have to use drip machines to go and do some drainages and all that. They have to also meet some households, landlords, and then speak to them and find solutions to this, because now we are in the raining season. And so for most of these places that got flooded, we are sure that even if today it starts raining again, that means that most of us would have to, have this flood in our homes and then in our vicinities again. Winston, I can say for a fact that about 60% of Sekendi Takoradi was flooded on Saturday.
60%?
60%.
But in Athalia, the last time you had a major flooding there, the then regional minister, Kwabnoche Dakumensa, had talked about moving to higher grounds, have a plan B and all of that. Beyond that, didn't the Regional Coordinating Council, National Disaster Management Organization, the STMA do anything to mitigate the impact of these floods?
Well, Winston, we have seen them do some drainages in some parts of the metro, but as to how deep it was, and if they even considered some of these places that are now flooding, I cannot tell for a fact. I can say that for the Market Circle area, the gutters and all that, I had seen them do it once in a while. But then again, sometimes you see that they would remove this refuse and then they would gather them, and then if it's not collected earlier, it gets back into these gutters. So I could not say for a fact that they did anything major apart from the usual talks.
Okay, stay with us in Athalia, Kwanzaa. Let's go to the Upper West region. Rafiq, what's the situation over there too?
The situation in the Upper West region is not about flooding, but it's about a rainstorm that hits some parts of the region, particularly the Nandom municipality. We were told by the residents that the windstorm came along with speed and then force, which ripped off their roof. Then also it affected several buildings, several homes, some of their container shops, and even I saw a grinding mill. That the building collapsed on it, and then also their school, the school at Takoradi, also completely ripped off.
Okay.
I also had an encounter with a woman who had 3 children, and the whole building or the roof got ripped off, and then they got drenched by the rain. The children's education materials also got drenched. Their food stuff that they depended on also same way, and so they are not only helpless but homeless. There was also another encounter about a retired prison officer who also had his 8 rooms completely ripped off. The situation that's around the Nondom eastern side of the Nondom municipality, talking about Takoradi, Ko, and a host of other communities. But before that, I think about a week ago, there was another disaster of a shot around Baselbe, Piri, which is also located on the southern side. But let me tell you that the damage also extended to the electric power lines. I could count close to about 10 electric poles. At the moment, they are down. Some communities in the Nandam municipality is not having light. And even by extension, they are neighboring the Lamusi districts. So around Filmo area, it's also been affected by this windstorm.
Great, but Rafiq, another situation in the Upper West region, which we're very concerned about, is in Laura, the drowning of these SHS students. What we're going to do, Rafiq, is that we're going to come back to you after the BBC News, so we would have an extensive discussion on what really happened and how the families are coping, what has been done after these students drowned. So please stay with us, Rafiq. We'll get back to you after the BBC News. Thank you very much also, Natalia Kwanza from Takoradi for joining us. And so you heard from Rafiq Salam, who is our Upper West Regional Correspondent, and Natalia Kwanza, who's our Western Regional Correspondent, both telling us the flooding situation there. Yes, Kojo, you want to make
in the secondary Takoradi area, in 1968, there was a major flood. In 71, there was a major flood. In 95, there was a major flood. 2009, there was a major flood. 2010, there was. 2011, 2013. So the years that the flooding became consistent was between 2009, 2010, 2011, 2013. But we didn't record any major one until 2022, the one we referred to, and the recent one. So it means the landscape is changing and a lot is changing in the secondary Takoradi area, and we need to pay attention to it.
Of course, we need to pay attention to it. But if you are within the secondary Takoradi area, if you are within the whole enclave, if you're within, the Upper West region and you were affected, we want to hear from you.
And those in Accra as well.
Those in Accra, yes, we want to hear from you. So get on to X, use the hashtag JoySMS, and then you can also join us on WhatsApp 055-1111-997. Share with us your situation. Share with us your story.
Remember that later you also be breaking down the 1 cedi fuel Iran-Israel war on the show.
Sure.
Coming up.
But now it's time for the BBC News, and that's brought to us by Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
Business Daily is in half an hour.
Thailand is one of Southeast Asia's biggest economies, famed for its gorgeous beaches and delicious food, but it's now also facing potentially some massive US tariffs, and they're threatening the basis of its export economy.
Next, the interview. This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
Coming up from the BBC World Service, the interview. Conversations with the people shaping our world. With me, James Copnell, presenter of Newsday. For this episode of the interview, I spoke to Yoshua Bengio. Widely recognised as one of the world's leading experts in artificial intelligence, Mr. Bengio warns AI is developing the capacity for dangerous behaviour.
AI could harm people either because of goals given by humans, malicious users. And AI could harm people on its own, where the AI tries to blackmail or cheat or lie and so on. We really need to figure out these questions before we build machines that are so powerful that achieving those bad goals could be catastrophic.
He's calling for a new approach to AI, one that prioritises safety as well as innovation, efficiency and growth. Joshua Bengio. Hear more on the interview after the news.
Hello, I'm Moira Alderson with the BBC News. Israel and Iran have continued to exchange fire overnight as hostilities enter a fourth day. Explosions rocked major cities in Israel, including Tel Aviv and Haifa. Images online show the front of a building ripped off, with rubble strewn across a street. Israel's emergency services said 8 people had been killed and around 90 were taken to hospital with injuries. Our correspondent Hugo Beshega is in Jerusalem.
Loud explosions were heard in cities including Tel Aviv as Iranian missiles were shot down by air defenses, lighting up the night sky. This morning, rescue teams are still searching for people who could be under the rubble of a building that was struck in central Israel. Haifa in the north, home to a major port and an oil refinery, was also hit. In Iran, the health ministry says more than 220 people have been killed by the Israeli attacks in the country so far. The recent strikes have gone beyond military targets, hitting government buildings and energy facilities in what appears to be a strategy aiming at the country's regime.
Israel's attacks on Iran's nuclear facilities will be discussed at a special meeting of the UN nuclear watchdog today. The Board of Governors will meet following a request from Russia. Here's Bethany Bell in Vienna.
The head of the IAEA, Rafael Grossi, told the UN Security Council late on Friday that the pilot fuel enrichment plant at Natanz, which is one site in Iran where Iran has been enriching uranium up to 60%, highly enriched uranium, that the above ground part of that plant has been destroyed, but what's underneath, they say, is still intact. Now, Mr. Grossi said that there is no radioactive leak outside Natanz, but he said there had been inside the plant some radiological contamination.
Mr. Grossi said that Israel had also hit Iran's nuclear facilities at Esfahan and Fordow. 6 scientists, including 2 nuclear, were killed in the strikes. In other news, police in the US state of Minnesota have arrested a man wanted in connection with the killing of a Democratic Party politician and her husband in a suspected politically motivated attack. The state's governor, Tim Walz, addressed a news conference after 57-year-old Vance Bolter was detained.
After a 2-day manhunt, 2 sleepless nights, law enforcement have apprehended Vance Bolter. That's 48 hours that law enforcement involved in a complex and dangerous manhunt. This is a great example of coordination and collaboration. Multiple agencies, federal, state, and local, coordinating together in a way to protect the public and close this hunt around.
This is World News from the BBC. Donald Trump has urged US law enforcement officers to carry out the single largest mass deportation program in history, signalling his intent to ramp up his immigration crackdown despite recent protests. In a post on social media, Mr. Trump said efforts to detain and deport what he called millions and millions of illegal aliens must be expanded in America's largest cities such as New York, Chicago and Los Angeles. Investigators are studying the cockpit voice recorder from the Air India passenger jet, which crashed in the city of Ahmedabad last week, as they seek to identify what caused the plane to come down. The second black box was located on Sunday. The BBC's South Asia correspondent, Samira Hussain, reports from Ahmedabad.
The authorities say the second black box contains voice recordings from inside the plane, including pilot conversations and warning alarms. They are hoping the information will help explain why the airliner went down so soon after takeoff. Air India is expected to meet members of the Indian government to assess the progress of the investigation. India's Civil Aviation Authority has set a 3-month deadline for a report on the crash to be complete.
The closing arguments have begun in the trial of an Australian woman accused of killing 3 relatives of her estranged husband by feeding them a meal allegedly laced with toxic mushrooms. Prosecution lawyers said Erin Patterson had employed 4 major deceptions in order to murder her guests during a lunch at her home. She denies the charges against her. The mayor of a Mexican town in the state of Oaxaca has been shot dead by unidentified gunmen. Lilia Gemma Garcia Soto from San Mateo Piñas was in a meeting with another representative of the local government when armed men entered the town hall, killing them both. The state governor has promised justice. That's the latest world news from the BBC.
When you wake up in the morning and you know the money calling, oh, you go work, but you know it's out on your side. If I believe with us, if I hold my hand and believe, cause you know it's out on your side. And when you dream, no say I live for you. And when you hustle every day, anywhere I go, anything you do, I live for you. If I believe I lay your side, fidelity. If I believe with us, fidelity. If I know I lay your side, fidelity.
Imagine waking up to serenity every day, surrounded by nature's beauty and luxury at your fingertips in a gated estate you can be proud to call your home. Welcome to Western Villas, located at Ai Mensa, where our stunning homes redefine elegance. At Western Villas, each home is a masterpiece, designed with precision and love. From swimming pool, gym, playground, beautiful landscaped gardens and private balconies, making every day feel like a retreat. We also have executive plots for sale at McCarthy Hill, strategically located and offer unparalleled views, easy access to amenities, and endless possibilities for executive living. With just 5% deposit, you can reserve your space. Contact us today to learn more about our luxury homes at Ai Mensa or executive plots at McCarthy Hill. Call us now on 0536 502295 or visit www.westernvillas.com for more information.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
After a long flight, Safari Homes gives you the peace to unwind. A short drive from the airport, convenient for all. For nature lovers, Safari Valley Resort is a hidden gem, surrounded by lush greenery and luxury amenities. A place where you can truly escape. Now for water adventure, Aqua Safari Resort has it all. Jet skis, canoe rides, kayaking, and a visit to the estuary. And for more excitement, Safari Eco Park is the perfect place to get closer to some amazing animals.
Visit Safari World in Ghana, together bringing you closer to nature.
Dear business owner, congrats on not giving up on your business. You deserve a medal, and your business deserves to be taken to the next level. In fact, it's about time you run a Zenith Bank SME account so you and your business can enjoy the perks of a Zenith SME business card. Oga and Oga Madam status.
The Zenith SME Business Card is a Visa debit card for making secure payments for goods and services. Enjoy great benefits such as free customized digital SME training, free marketing toolkits, access to Visa practical skills training, and more. Unlock the potential of your business today. Visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide and sign up for the Zenith SME Business Card, the ultimate payment solution for SMEs. For more information, visit www.zenithbank.com.gh or call 0302 680 884 or 0307 086 370. Zenith Bank, in your best interests.
Joy 99.7 FM.
Smooth it out. This is a story about the drifter who waited for the worst cause the best.
Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy. Joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy, joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
101.7 FM, and already Kojo, people are complaining about the traffic situation, right?
Yes, because it's bad. I saw it at dawn, and I could easily tell that on the Achimota Highway there was going to be a big problem. And we have some messages. Somebody says, "Good morning. We are already stuck on the Machimota Ofanko Highway traffic, and the traffic hotspots, the usual traffic hotspots in the city, are showing signs that today will be a manic Monday." Right? So if you're a supervisor at work, if you're a boss at work, on behalf of all those stuck in traffic, spare them some 30 minutes to an hour, let them be late. Okay. In Takoradi as well, if you're a supervisor at work, people have been through a terrible weekend of flooding. I'm not sure most people will be able to turn up at work or be in the right frame of mind. So let's take it easy on ourselves this Monday.
Great, Kojo. So let's get back onto the phone lines. We promised we're going to be speaking to Rafiq Salam after the break I think we've lost Rafiq. Let's try and get in touch with Rafiq again on the drowning of 7 students of Laura Senior High School.
Yeah.
He'll be telling us more about that. The newspapers, they give conflicting report. One indicates that 5 of those bodies have been retrieved. Another says all the 7 bodies have been retrieved. What's the situation? How is the family coping? Because this definitely will be a difficult time for the family. So let's get onto the phone lines. And Rafiq Salam is joined us again. Rafiq, over the weekend also, the tragic incident of these 7 students of Laura Secondary School drowning. Rafiq, what happened?
Hello?
Yes, Rafiq, we can hear you. I was asking you about the tragic incident of the 7 students of Laura Senior High School who drowned over the weekend. Tell tell us, give us the latest update. What has happened? Have all these bodies been retrieved?
I can confirm to you that the 7 that got drawn at the Deeper River, which is a tributary of the Blackwater, were retrieved by local divers. What actually happened when the Upper Royal Minister, chairman of the REXEC, led a team to the site when we were briefed by the people, we were told by the headmaster of the school, Primoz Barrow, who just reported to the school as a headmaster only a week, that this is a normal routine jogging that they have always been doing. They don't have a specific place that they go. Sometimes they do go to the riverside. So on this Saturday morning, the cadet corps went for the jogging. 16 of them decided to go to the riverside. But what actually happened was that 10 of them said that, let me use his word, that they wanted to explore. And so they tried to get into the boat for that jolly ride to Burkina Faso, which is just across. And we were also told that the operator of this commercial boat is a Burkinabe, and he is a teenager. And so he had picked some passengers from the other side, cross to the other side, and then where these 10 students said they wanted to also explore. So they jumped onto the boat. We were also told that this boat, the maximum it could take is about 7.
Okay.
But there were 10 people that jumped into the boat, and then also including the operator, making 11. According to the headmaster of the school, Primoz Barrow, the leader of the team said that when they entered the boat, they saw that water was coming inside the boat. And then they told the operator, and the operator told them that they could still manage to cross. So when they pushed the boat into the river, it went somehow, and then they alerted him again that water was still coming out, but the operator wouldn't dodge. So when they got midstream and they saw that the waves on the water was too heavy, they wanted to turn. It was there that the boat capsized. And so 3 of them managed to swim out, leaving 7. So let me tell you that the 7 people comprised of 5 females and then 2 males. And so rescue mission went on. They tried to rescue them, but they also, the operator of the boat also managed to swim to the other side, to the Burkina Faso side, and also for now he's at large.
Now, were they? Yes, go ahead. We are listening.
And so what happened was that a rescue mission went on. They tried to retrieve the bodies. It was until about 5 p.m. that they were able to retrieve 5 of the bodies in different communities. Winston, let me tell you that the Black Water, starting from Upper West region around Kokoligu, and then up to about New Lunguru in the Savannah region, there are over 183 communities on that stretch. 183 communities on the stretch from Kokoligu, where former Interior Minister hails from, up to New Lunguru, where John Dramani Mahama used to be the MP.
Okay.
And so you have these people crossing from both sides, from the Burkina Faso side and then the Ghana side. And so they called local divers from the other communities. They came in to help, and it was there that they saw some of these students who got drawn, and they retrieved their bodies. So until yesterday in the morning when we got there, on our way to the place, we were informed that they have gotten the safe person, and then subsequently the 7th person. So I can report to you that all 7 have been retrieved from the river.
Okay. Now, Rafiq, were these students in life jackets?
There's nothing like life jacket at that particular place, and that's what the Upper Social Minister was deeply, really worried about. They were told that at that particular place, yes, incidents like that do happen, but not that magnitude. And so going forward, these are things that they said they would be proposing at least for them to guide future disasters. And so there were no life jacket, nothing. What do you call it? The place is not that shallow. You know, even the dry season at that particular spot, I have pictures and videos that you can just easily walk across. But the water at this particular moment where we have rain is really heavy, and so because of that, you can't walk across, but you have to use the boat.
Now, this exploring that you talk about, is it something the students normally do when they jog to the riverside?
They haven't, but according to the new headmaster, Primos Barrow, he told us that it's a normal routine thing that they do. They don't have a specific place that they go. And so once they reach around the riverside, then comes back. But what usually happens is that these were 16 students who said that according to him that they wanted to explore. They wanted to go to Burkina Faso, which is just a stone throw. And so they decided to jump into the boat for a jolly ride.
And these students, were they led by a teacher of the secondary school?
They said they are still investigating, but they were led there by the leader of the cadet corps.
Who's a student?
Who is a student.
Okay. Have the families been informed, and what is currently happening when it comes to the families? How are they taking this?
According to the headmaster of the school, he told the RECSEC that the bodies that were identified, you know, when they got the 5, they call on parents to come for identification. So those that they were able to identify, that they informed parents and they do come around. And so, but what they are now having difficulty is that some of these parents want the bodies to be released to them immediately for them to perform their funeral rites. But the RECSEC insisted that they will do investigation. Actually, the Upper Social Minister stated that they will have an investigation into the issue, and so they want to get all sides of the stories before these bodies are released to them. So the families, those bodies that were identified as of yesterday, one of them happens to be one Lois Kati. The family members were there. The guardian, who also happens to be a tutor at the school, was there. But they are also insisting and demanding for answers as to what actually transpired at the place, because according to him, these are students that they knew that they were at school, but only to be informed that you could see them at the riverside.
Rafiq, thank you very much for joining us this morning, and we'll come back to you for more information on this.
Thank you very much. But let me add that on the issue of the rainstorm that happened at Nandom, RECSEC, after visiting the place, they also saw that there was a need to do some emergency works to enable some of the schools that got ripped off to get the children back at school. And so one of the measures that they took was that they were going to provide, the RCC will provide roofing sheets, and then also the assembly Nandom will also provide wood for them to fix these schools to enable children get back to school.
Thank you very, very much. Rafiq Salam is our Power West regional correspondent with that sad news of 7 students of the Laura Senior High School losing their lives, drowned. Now, 5 females, 2 females, part of the cadet corps, went jogging and decided to cross to Burkina Faso. Kojo, you may their souls rest in peace, but you know that area. right? You know, I mean, tell us that area that Rafik talks about.
You know, Rafik said that it's a stone's throw away from the school, right? Getting to Burkina Faso. Indeed, it's true. I'm trying to plot their route to where they got to. So from the Laura Senior High School, they are likely to go past Laura FM and the NADMO office, and go past the Municipal Assembly office, go past the Laura Market, and get to the riverside. It's just 6 kilometers of a journey. And 6 kilometers, to put it in perspective, is from Accra Mall to Atomic Runabout. Okay. So if you are a group of students who are in the cadets and you are going for your regular keep fit, that 6 kilometers in, 6 kilometers out is no work, right? And Laura actually shares a boundary with Burkina Faso. It's the Black Volta, that is the boundary line. So if you look at the Upper West, from the Hamili side, the topmost part of Upper West, our main, we share a boundary with the Burkina Faso, and it's the Black Volta that separates Ghana from Burkina. So if you cross from the Upper West into Eastern Burkina, you've crossed into a new country. So some people are wondering why they would have gone that far, because they don't know that it's in the same vicinity. It's just around the same area. You also asked about safety jackets, right? Yes, and that's something we need to talk about. About 38 to 41% of the Ghanaian population lives within the Volta Basin. And within this particular basin, there are a lot of rivers, there are a lot of streams that people cross. Usually the main way to cross is by using canoes, right? And all of us, we've traveled extensively. If you are going to Afram Plains, for example, you are crossing with a ferry or with a canoe. If you miss the ferry, the canoe is your surest bet. Nobody gives you life jackets. If you any part, the Donkokrum side, the Bando side, the Dambai side, Yeji side, almost all the areas where people cross and travel with canoes, there are no extreme safety measures. And that's a key thing we need to work on as a people. It affects 41% of our population. Yeah.
Kojo, we'll talk more about this. Jones Adoboinla says, it saddens my heart when people lose their lives. This could have been avoided if things were done right. May their souls rest in peace. Indeed, may their souls rest in peace.
Yes, now let me tell you about Syntex tanks. If you need water tanks for your homes, for your offices, for your farms, for your industrial enclaves, you need to talk to Syntex tanks. They build strong and durable tanks. They're able to handle our Ghanaian weather. So rain or shine, Syntex tanks has your back. So go outside, check your tank. If it doesn't have a tortoise on it, you have to upgrade and join the Syntex tank family today. Call them on 0244-335-1682. Buy now, or find one of their 400 agents nationwide and get your Syntex tank. You can also shop online, syntexgh.com. Syntex tank, a strong, a tough.
And Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited, your number one supplier of quality office essentials, equipment, and furniture at affordable prices, has introduced an online store for your shopping convenience, which means you can now shop by simply logging on to kingdomstoreonline.com without physically coming to any of their branches. It's hassle-free, and they will arrange delivery to your home and office within a reasonable time. They offer free delivery within Accra and Tema, and they accept payment via Momo across all networks. Terms and conditions have applied. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
Now let me tell you about the Access Bank Faketwa Beje Kesia promo. If you simply deposit a minimum of 250 cedis into your new or existing Access Bank and you increase it to 500 cedis or more, you qualify for a draw. If you're a youth customer on the Solar account, you spend 500 cedis or more with any Access Visa card and you qualify for a draw as well. And the more you deposit, the higher your chances of winning. Access Bank has 500,000 Ghana cedis in cash for you to win a share of. And they also have amazing rewards like PS5s, iPhone 16s, Chromebooks, and so much more. They have 4 monthly mini draws and 2 mega draws for you. And the promo is running from now to September 2025 in partnership with the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions, however, apply. Join the Faketwa Beji Kesia train, save now for the future, and win big. Visit the website ghana.accessbankplc.com or call toll free on 0800 004400 for more information. Access Bank, more than banking.
And looking for a car that aligns with your ambition, then a Toyota Starlet sold by Toyota Ghana Company Limited should be your preferred choice for a comfortable drive. Designed for those who crave beauty, performance and safety, the Toyota Starlet delivers the perfect value for your money, and the Starlet is a 5-seater salon with ample legroom to minimize driving fatigue. Rush to buy a Toyota Starlet now from Toyota Ghana Company Limited showroom today and enjoy 1 year or 20,000 kilometers, whichever comes first, free service with an extended warranty of 5 years or 120,000 kilometers, whichever comes first. Call Toyota Ghana today on 0302 42980125 for further information. Terms and conditions apply. Ghana drives Toyota Starlet.
You know, yesterday my daughter called me that she wanted to buy me a Starlet for Father's Day, but she doesn't have the money.
So you should give her the
money. And by the time she gets the money, the Starlet would have grown into a Highlander or a RAV4 or a Land Cruiser. But I'm a Starlet now.
I'm running here.
Now let me tell you about Total Excellium, the new formula. It has a 3-in-1 action. It helps to keep your engine clean, it extends its life, and it lowers your fuel consumption. So if you are thinking of filling your tank and driving and enjoying your driving experience, get Total Excellium, the new formula for your fuel tank for your vehicle, and you will drive. Experience the difference with Total Energy's Excellium new formula. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
So Kojo, imagine waking up to serenity every day, surrounded by nature's beauty and luxury at your fingertips in a gated estate you can be proud to call your home. Welcome to Winston Villas, located at Ayimensa, where our stunning homes redefine elegance. At Winston Villas, each home is a masterpiece designed with precision and love, from swimming pool, gym, playground, beautiful landscaped gardens, and private balconies, making every day feel like a retreat. We also have executive plots for sale at McCarthy Hill, strategically located, and they offer unparalleled views, easy access to amenities, and endless possibilities for executive living. With just 5% deposit, you can reserve your space. Contact us today to learn more about our luxury homes at Ayimensa or executive plots at McCarthy Hill. Call us now on 0536 502295 or visit westonvillas.com for more information.
And you know, there has never been a better time to get things done, and SG Ghana is making it possible. Their low interest loans are back. Their Senior Tisu promo is back. Yes, if you're a salaried worker, you're on the controller and the accountant's general department payroll, you work with an SG Ghana listed institution, or you already bank with SG Ghana, this is your time. From now to the end of September, apply and receive a loan from SG Ghana for your personal or business needs and enjoy unbelievably low interest rates. Charlie Winston, they are giving you the money you need at the rate you love.
Sharp.
Charlie, so you visit any SG Ghana branch or call them on 0302214314 and they will give you more details about the Senior Tisu loans promo today. Terms and conditions apply. SG Ghana, the future is you.
Now, discover MNC Group Global, your number one partner in real estate, mineral trading, and export logistics and food commodity trading. With their global presence, they connect markets that drive business growth with tailor-made solutions to meet your needs. Trust them to maximize your value in every deal. Reach them on MNC Group at mncgroupgh.com. MNC Group, totally reliant.
And let me tell you about Enterprise Group and their achievements at the 9th Ghana CEO Excellence Awards. These achievements are because you trusted them, you worked with them, and you've made them the leading insurance company. Now, the Group CEO, Daniel Labitieku, was honored as the best Group CEO insurance sector. Jacqueline Benyu of Enterprise Life, Akosia Ansenchi of Enterprise Insurance, and Joseph Ampofu of Enterprise Trustees were each named CEO of the Year in the Life, General Insurance, and Pensions categories. And Enterprise says, thank you for trusting in them. And this is a new life with you. They are going to remain committed to you and deliver greater value and innovative solutions to help you thrive. Enterprise, your advantage.
You know it's media already, and so wondering where to hold your media review and planning sessions or staff retreats to turbocharge your team for the second half of the year. You know there's only one venue. It's the Safari Valley Resort. Think of this. Think of the green, serene environment. Accessibility, meeting room capacity, flow and layout of space, room flexibility, quality of equipment, staff and first-class catering services, then Safari Valley Resort is your first choice. So please call them on 0596 914 394. Safari Valley, bringing you closer to nature.
And let me tell you about something big happening this week at the Good Park at the Accra Mall. It's the Wheels and Homes Expo 2025, the ultimate fair for everything mortgage and auto. It's happening at the Good Park, Accra Mall from 19th June to 21st of June. If you want to buy your first car or upgrade your ride or your first home, this is your one-stop shop for great mortgage deals. Fidelity is going to give you expert advice. They are going to give you unbeatable rates and discounts from their auto and real estate partners. And they are offering you ridiculously low interest rates from Fidelity Bank during the expo. So come with family, get pre-approved on the spot, and walk away with the keys to your new home or your new car, or both. Yes, your new home or your new car, or both. Just don't dream it, own it. Remember, 19th to 21st June, Good Park, Accra Mall. We promise you that you will not get any better rates and deals anywhere in Ghana. That's the promise from Fidelity Bank. And admission is free. The Wheels and Homes Expo 2025 is powered by Fidelity Bank. Fidelity Bank, believe with us.
Birthday messages, sports, and food for thought after these.
Hey, so as for you, every day you are just pressing your phone. Why? Are they paying you?
They are, Oma.
Eh?
The more I use my MTN, the more points I get. And I can use those points to get airtime, data, and even discounts at shops and restaurants.
Hey, so that is why all of you are always pressing your phones. And you won't tell us, so that we too we can enjoy some.
Oh, ma.
There's always more to enjoy with MTN Rewards. Just keep talking, testing, and browsing all day, every day to collect your points and use it to redeem amazing offers and discounted freebies right away. There's so much available for you. So dial *550# and get your reward today. Let's go everywhere you go.
Kweku, have you heard what they are doing on MTN?
Ever wondered what else your Standard Chartered Visa card can do? It is not just for taking money from ATMs. Your Standard Chartered Visa card is the enjoyment card. Use it to shop at malls and supermarkets and for all your online transactions. Book and pay for that overdue vacation online and win fantastic rewards like airtime, Melcom gift vouchers, and a weekend stay at a plush hotel and many more. It is the enjoyment card. So next time you're about to make any payment, let your Standard Chartered Visa card lead the way, not cash. It is your gateway to secure, convenient, and rewarding payments. Visit the 360 Rewards website for more information. Standard Chartered, here for good.
FPAC is effective for headaches and relieves the symptoms of flu, colds, and catarrh. FPAC blows away the pain associated with sore throats. During and after a hard day's work, FPAC relieves you of body pains. After the day's sports workout, FPAC helps the body to control the aching muscles. FPAC is effective against feverishness. FPAC reduces body temperature associated with malaria and other fevers. FPAC is effective against rheumatic pains. You can find FPAC in all pharmacy and chemical select shops throughout the country. FPAC is not recommended for children less than 16 years of age, ulcer and asthmatic patients, pregnant and lactating mothers. If symptoms persist for more than 2 days, consult your doctor. FPAC blows your pain away.
FPAC Junior follows in the tradition of FPAC tablets, a trusted friend to relieve your child of pain associated with teething, catarrh, cold, and fever. The good that FPAC does for you, FPAC Junior does for your child. FPAC Junior is for children between 6 months and 12 years. FPAC Junior blows your child's pain away.
The much-awaited Joy Sports Invitational Tournament 2025 is coming soon. Watch the space for more details. Joy Sports Invitational 2025, powered by Joy Sports, the thrill of the game.
Welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show. And now time for your birthday messages here on the Super Morning Show, brought to us by MTN. Everywhere you go. And Bank of Africa, the African bank with global reach. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as close as a partner. We'll bring you the birthday messages shortly, which means we can get into the Sports Center now. Also brought to us by
MTN.
Switch to MTN's eSIM. Download my MTN app to go seamless today. Standard Chartered Bank. here for good. And FPAC blows your pain away, as well as DSTV, your home of entertainment.
Now, Standard Chartered Bank wants you to take whatever you are doing to the next level, that business, that career, that savings account. Everything you are doing, they want to help you take it to the next level. Now, they know and understand that you have wealth ambitions, whether you are looking to invest, grow your wealth, or secure a legacy. Standard Chartered is here to help you make the right move at the right time. Now, with Standard Chartered, you get more than just banking. You get access to a global network of tailored solutions designed to grow, manage, and protect your wealth for generations to come. Very crucial. They all make money. So now the expertise and global network offers you an area of wealth and diversified investment options across the globe. So talk to Standard Chartered. Help them to help you. They act on insight, not hindsight. So let them help you grow, protect, and safeguard your wealth. Call them today on 023 300 0041. Standard Chartered, here for good.
And boss lady, yes, you, the go-getter, the planner, the do-it-all woman building her business one bold step at a time. MTN sees you, and we're cheering you every step of the way. And that's why we created MTN Ejumapa just for you. It's more than a bundle. It's your new business bestie with special data and call bundles. You stay connected to your customers, suppliers, and everything that helps your hustle grow. But wait, there's more. MTN Ejumapa also comes with insurance benefits to help protect the business you've worked so hard to build, because we know you're not just working for today, but you're building a future. It's time to level up, scale up, and shine brighter than ever. Dial *5060 hash, and now grab your Ejumapa bundle, and let's work on your success story together. MTN Ejumapa, powering women in business.
Last week we brought you the biggest horticulture expo in Ghana. This week we are bringing you the biggest automotive summit in Ghana as well. And all these are also supported by Joy News and Joy Business. Now, if you want to find the latest cars, if you want to play in the automotive space, if you want to understand how the automotive space works, and if you want to grab a brand new car with a brand new key, come to the Accra International Conference Center tomorrow, 17th of June from 10 a.m. for the Ghana Automotive Summit. The date is tomorrow, and we are bringing you all the vehicle assembling companies in Ghana: Volkswagen, Nissan, Toyota, Kia, Honda, Peugeot, Photon, Geely, Suzuki, Hyundai, Ashok, Leyland, Shangan Auto. All of them are going to be there. So tomorrow, 10 a.m., let's meet at the Accra International Conference Center Grand Arena for the Ghana Automotive Summit. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Kojo.
How are you?
I'm very well.
I saw something that Pogba was going to Barcelona or one of the teams. Is it true?
It's not true.
It's not true. But Kotoko won the thing. Kotoko won the
FA Cup, yes.
And the BBN people also won the Golden Stars.
The league trophy, yes.
Ghana football are there. I can't hustle folk, my club. What did we win?
I'm not a Hasselfolk fan. Why are you asking?
No, it's my club. I'm asking. What did we win?
Oh, you're a Hasselfolk fan.
You
not a Kotoko fan.
No, I'm a Hasselfolk fan.
Oh, okay. You want Konko. Milk Konko. Good morning to all of you. A very happy birthday to Fidelia Sicho Hewlett Tamaklo. God bless you. This is a message from Tete Watson here at the Multimedia Group. But we're going to start the Joy Sports Center with this.
4 additional minutes. There's a shout for a penalty, and Darius whistle for a penalty. And Fifi Pakansi is only applauding the decision. But this is a controversial call. It's Kwame Opoku against Kelvin Kofi Saba. Kwame Opoku scores beautifully. Cheeky goal.
That's the commentary from the FA Cup game yesterday. The MTN FA Cup final came down to a controversial penalty which Kwame Opoku converted to give Kumasi Asante Kotoko a 2-1 win over Golden Cake on Sunday. That was his second goal of the night. He had put the Porcupine Warriors ahead before Bliss Ege converted a magnificent free kick to cancel out that opening goal. Later on, referee Abdul Latif Adari awarded a contentious penalty which Opoku then converted just 4 minutes from time to give the Porcupine Warriors their 10th FA Cup title. Now, some reactions speaking after the game. Golden Cake head coach Fifi Parker Hansen said the referee decided the game.
It wasn't a penalty for me. It wasn't a penalty. Yeah, the keeper hired the first ball and dived in for the second one, but the referee decided. I don't know what kept him long. Who prompted him that it's a penalty? And if somebody prompts him, then on what ground? You understand? So yeah, we came here determined to win this game, to make history, and the referee decided.
So, Parker Hansen there. Meanwhile, the Kotoko head coach Abdul Karim Zito said he was pleased to have won the FA Cup title again, having done it with Dreams SC only 2 seasons ago.
It's not easy for me to lose at the final. And I know I'm coming to meet a difficult game because they lose 91 with them. And we rather, the expectation is on us. So at the end of the day, as I said, I can't predict 1 or 2, but at the end of the day, I'll lift the cup. And I'm very happy to win the cup.
Well, I have to ask you, did you see the penalty incident? What did you make of it?
I saw it.
What did you make of it?
Maybe, you see, the issue here is, I don't know, he is whistling. He was standing there, he didn't move. And he was late in whistling. That is the problem. He was late, but it doesn't mean it's not a penalty.
That's Abdul Karim Zito, the Kumasi Asante Kotoko head coach. Now, after the MTN FA Cup title win, the Porcupine Warriors have secured their place in next season's CAF Confederation Cup, with now 2 touches behind Hearts of Oak in the race for who wins the most MTN FA Cup titles. Hearts of Oak have 12 and Kotoko now have 10. It was a great game of football, to be honest, up until that penalty, with incredible atmosphere. Well done to MTN sponsors for that incredible show there. Let's stay with Ghana football, because before that game on Saturday there was a coronation match between BBN Gold Stars and Mediama that ended goalless, and BBN Gold Stars were handed their trophy. They will now represent Ghana in the CAF Champions League next season. Now, the 7th edition of the Ghana Football Awards came to a successful conclusion on Saturday at the Accra International Conference Centre, with Thomas Partey winning the Male Football of the Year for a record 3rd time. He beat competition from Antoine Semenyo and Inaki Williams to the award after an impressive season for club and country. He spoke after receiving the award.
First of all, I want to say thank you to the organizers and also to everyone who voted for me. I know it's not easy. I have a lot of mates who deserve it. I'm not the only one, but as you know, I have the support of my family. And I take this as much importance as any award I will take in my career. And I really appreciate it, and I love it. Thank you.
That's Thomas Partey there. That was the 2nd award of the night that he took away. He also took home the Goodwill Ambassador Award alongside Tariq Lamptey for their community works there. Now, meanwhile, Black Queens forward Doris Boydua took the Women's Football of the Year after her stellar season with Hapoel Jerusalem and the national team. Here's her reaction.
I would like to express my deepest gratitude to my entire family in Atebubu for their unwavering love and support throughout the years. To my amazing teammates and dedicated coaches, thank you for believing in me and pushing me to grow. This achievement will not be possible without you. A special thank you goes to my husband, Kweku Bisamankwa. I love you, Boo Boo.
Doris Boydua, Black Queens striker. Elsewhere, Razak Simpson was named Home Base Football of the Year, while his Black Stars teammate Benjamin Asare took home the Goalkeeper of the Year prize. Abed Mensah, Haris Zakor, and Ken Mensah received recognition in the Living Legend Award category. Kenneth Bediako, I beg your pardon. You can read more from the Ghana Football Awards on machoonline.com/sports. Now, let's continue this. Thomas Partey tournament concluded at the Tuba AstroTurf on Friday, of course, with Kowa Naso emerging champions, and it's part of the great things that Thomas Partey himself has been doing. Now, Ghanaian footballer Musa Mohammed, through the Musa Foundation, the Bodrum Sport midfielder, donated sets of jerseys, footballs, and money to local youth teams in his native Nkoko over the weekend. The 23-year-old aims to organize justifiers for young footballers in the future.
as time goes on, we are going to, be organizing some gala for the young ones, and also there will be scouts from various countries, especially in Turkey, because that's where I started my career. So there are going to be a lot of scouts here to witness exactly what is happening in my town.
Let's move on to boxing. And Ghana's Jacob Dixon lost the WBC African Bridgerweight title at the Bukom Boxing Arena on Friday to America's Andrew Tabiti. Victor Achutamaklo was there and reports.
You can never go wrong with Shatawale's music in Bukom, and Friday night proved why. When the fight started, it was every bit of what was promised. Ahmed Abdullah upset the odds to secure a unanimous win over Haruna Mohammed to win the National Cruiserweight title. It was a test of endurance and power amidst the rains, as it poured down in torrents. Spurred by the energetic crowd, both fighters got into a wild swinging contest when the fight resumed. But it was Abdullah who connected a lethal right hook, sending the champion to the canvas. Boxing can be a brutal, merciless sport, and on Friday night, Joseph Saki found out the hard way. He struggled against Abdul Khan, and not even the sticker of the charismatic preacher Adum Chedua could save him from the canvas. For the fans though, it was pure entertainment. If that was entertaining, what followed was even better. Theophilus Nikbako Alote defeated Daniel Gosh to win the WBO African Bantamweight title. Billed as one of the main fights on the American and Legacy Rise Sports Battle of the Beast, Alote produced a brilliant mix of power, endurance, and a clinic on how to deliver a million right hooks in a microsecond. In the end, the three judges scored it 117-111, 118-110, and 118-110, all in favor of Alote, who won bronze at the Accra 2023 African Games. Then came the main fight on the schedule. Ghana's Jacob Dixon lost the WBC African Bridgerweight title to America's Andrew Tabiti. Dixon's woes began in the first round when an uppercut sent him to the canvas. There was more punishment for him, as Tabiti, once trained under Floyd Mayweather Sr., worked him with powerful body shots to open him up before connecting a flurry of punches to different parts of his head. He finished the job when he recorded another knockdown just a minute and 34 seconds into the fourth round. Friday night also brought redemption for Abu Kamoko, the son of the legendary Brahma Kamoko, who secured a unanimous victory over Joseph Akon.
Victor Achutamaklo's report, and that bout was put together by Sharaf Mohammed's Legacy Rise Sports alongside Amir Khan's promotions. It was called Battle of the Beast, and what an incredible night, showcasing yet again that boxing is one, if not our number one sport here in Ghana. Anyway, the FIFA Club World Cup is underway. Yesterday, Bayern Munich put 10 past Auckland City, 10-0, a New Zealand-based team. It was an unbelievable game of football. And then later, Champions League winners PSG also beat Atletico Madrid by 4-0. Chelsea are in action later today at 7 p.m. against Los Angeles Galaxy. That's all the sports this morning on the Joy Sports Center. Back to you, Kojo.
Thank you so much, Ventio, for bringing us the Joy Sports Center. It's now time for Food for Thoughts, and Uncle Ibu White is with us this morning. Food for Thoughts is brought to you by Roverman Productions. Be the difference. Uncle, good morning.
Kojo B, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm very, 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 very well. Well rested after a very good Father's Day.
Great. And thank you for hosting me on Friday. And no, thank you.
Uncle, but they hosted you on Friday. I was not here.
No, we knew you wouldn't be here.
Oh, thank you.
Every time Uncle Evo is coming here, he's bringing food. Somehow, for some reason, or Dami always finds a way to make sure I'm not on the show.
For a man who doesn't give us food, it is karma.
It's not karma. Uncle Evo's food cannot be karma. He can't use that to punish me.
But thank you. I'm always excited about boxing in Ghana?
Oh, Friday night was amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's always wonderful when other sports apart from soccer are given their day in this nation.
Yes, absolutely.
I always love it. As a retired boxer with one fight, I love.
How did that go? What's the record? 1-0-0 or 0-0-0?
Boxer.
My mother rushed into the ring, and so the fight had to be suspended.
Oh, that's it. No, the man has stories to tell.
Could you many person America?
Wait, your mother threw in the towel.
When she was rushing into the ring, no,
and so at least I have won the gloves before. I've been in the ring before. But Fento, I'll tell you that story sometime.
Some other time. Thank you. So far, right now, I know that you've tried football, you've tried sprint, you've tried boxing. I'm interested in what next I'll discover about this man.
MotoGP. With Aboboya.
Kojo Enuma Hariwati. Kojo, tomorrow is the birthday of one of the very treasured people in my life. One of the gifts God has given this nation. Mrs. Gifty Afenyi Dazi.
Oh,
tomorrow is her birthday. And Auntie, I'm giving my birthday wishes to you in advance because I'll not be on Joy tomorrow. But I'm sure the guys on Joy will celebrate you because they love your Joy.
Most def. We will really celebrate.
So they will celebrate you tomorrow. But for me, Auntie, I celebrate you as my sister, and I rejoice that I know you, I know your husband, and you have been such blessings to me and to Florence. So thank you very much, and God bless you. And Kojo,
over.
Love on the ropes. Mm-hmm. Love on the ropes. Mm-hmm. It draws nearer and nearer and nearer.
Have you noticed that I'm not wearing batakari today? I'm saving all the batakari for Love on the Ropes. So this week, no batakari. I'm just bringing it to Love on the Ropes. For every show, I wear a different batakari.
All right, but I see the batakari motif on.
You can take the full batakari off me, but I won't take the fugu motif off me.
That's right. Yes.
You can do
that. I got that very well on Friday, and I can see it at work today. Now, Kojo, yesterday was Father's Day, and to all fathers, including you, Kojo, a belated Happy Father's Day to every father. I'm aware that I have become something of a father figure for many. I'm aware that there are people who wait to listen to me on Food for Thought every Monday and Thursday. I meet people who say to me that when they miss Food for Thought on Joy, they feel that they have missed something for the day. And I also meet people who tell me that they were introduced to me as children riding in their parents' car to school. And now they are parents and themselves, and they are now introducing their children to my presentations because they keep their dial on Joy FM. For people like that, and for the many who tune in regularly to listen to me on Food for Thought, and who have done so consistently for years, I want to do something special this morning. On the back of Father's Day celebrations, I want to speak blessings into your lives. Before the blessings come, however, let me set it up. Blessings from a God-fearing elderly man like me may come in the form of just words, but please don't underestimate their effect. Don't dismiss them, but take them to heart. If possible, record and keep this presentation and play it back over and over and see if these blessings do not manifest in your life, because they come to you from a very sincere heart. So, Here are my blessings to you, to those of you who look up to me as Father and for whom I have become a father figure. May the Lord God himself be your strength and refuge. May he be your help and bless you with the blessings of the skies above, blessings of the deep springs below, and blessings of the breast and womb. May all men praise you. May you prevail against your enemies and against all adversity. May the Lord contend with all that contend against you and show himself strong on your behalf. May you stand out everywhere, at home and abroad. May you always get and produce results that exceed all expectations. May you have the reputation that compels and commands respect and honor. And may your impact be felt by nations and transcend generations. May you walk in wisdom and with understanding. May your choices be wise. May your thoughts be healthy and bring profit. May your efforts always be rewarded with success. May you be counted among leaders and among those who matter. May your counsel be sought by notable people. May you make a difference in all things and wherever you find yourself. May people look up to you, and when they do, may they not stumble, but flourish. May God bless you abundantly so that in all things at all times, having all that you need, you will abound in every good work. And may the God who supplies seed to the sower and bread for food supply and increase your store of seed and enlarge the harvest of your righteousness. May you be enriched in every way so that you can be generous on every occasion. May the Lord restore unto you the years the locusts may have eaten, and renew your youth like that of the eagle. And as your days may your strength, so may your strength be. May your health be blessed, and your level of energy always be high. May God give you level grounds to walk on, and set before you open doors of opportunities and possibilities. May you live in safe and affluent neighborhoods and be surrounded by people with integrity and good character. May you escape the corruption in Ghana, and may you not be overcome by the greediness in Ghana. May the Lord give you the wisdom to see the folly and the curse of greed and corruption. And may God show you that he is able to take care of you and your family and dependents without you having to steal or embezzle funds that do not belong to you. May you have access at all times to those who matter. May you stand and serve before kings and presidents and important leaders. And may you find uncommon favor with all of them. May you be the one who changes the fortunes of your family. In your field. May your impact transcend 1,000 generations. May your food be rich and nourishing, and may you always have enough to spare. May you be the one who feeds the needy. May you never borrow from anyone, but may you be the one people turn to when they are in need. May you be fruitful and productive. May your children make you proud, and may they be counted among the significant people of their generation. May you find grace from God to delight in what is good and honorable, in what honors and delights God, and in what exalts society and the nation. May you be like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season, and whose leaf does not wither. May whatever you do prosper. May you experience the love and mercy and favor of God to the extent that it blows your mind and the mind of everyone around who encounters you. May you be filled with the fullness of life and the power that comes from God himself. May the Lord bless and keep you. May he make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. May the Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. May God bless you so abundantly and fill your life with his goodness to the extent that your blessings overflow and splashes over on everyone around you. May you rest secure in the Lord and may he shield you all day long, every day. May your relationships be blessed. May your substance be blessed. And may joy and laughter never depart from you. And finally, may you not just be blessed, but may you also be a blessing to many. And can I have an amen to that?
Amen. 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 Amen.
Amen.
Amen. You know, I'll listen to this recording, and anytime I listen to this, I'll read Psalm 34. Because I know the Lord will listen to our prayers, and we can sing and dance like David and praise him for an answered prayer, for his protection and for his benevolence on our lives. Offer.
Amen.
Answer this morning.
Amen.
Thank you for these blessings.
Good morning, Kojo. Have a fantastic week.
Good morning, Uncle Ibo White. Thank you so much. Have a great week as well. You are still live on the Super Morning Show. It's 5 minutes past 8 to bring you the Business Minute shortly. But let me remind you that Love on the Rope shows at the National Theatre on the 27th, 28th, and 29th of June, and also on the 4th of July, 5th, and 6th of July. Showtimes Fridays at 7 p.m., one show only. Saturdays at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m., two shows only. And Sundays at 1 p.m., 4 p.m., and 8 p.m., three shows. Now, from now till 15 June, the early bird tickets, it passed last week. So from now onwards, you are buying the regular tickets for 300 Ghana cedis. As at last week, we were offering you the early bird tickets for 250 Ghana cedis. So you buy your tickets for 300 Ghana cedis on the cover short code *365 hash, *365 *535 hash, and you can also call 050-554 6010 for enquiries and large purchases of tickets. Love on the Rocks is brought to you by Koba, Gino Jollof Mix and Tealies. It's a Roman Productions in partnership with National Theatre and Joy FM, and communications partners are M Notify and Logistic Movers. Roverman Productions, be the difference. Now, Business Minute is brought to you by Consolidated Bank, CBG, we stand with you, and Anointed Engineering Services, the generator experts.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Anointed Engineering Services Limited, the generator experts. Prices of petroleum products are expected to drop at the pumps starting this morning following the suspension of the 1 cedi levy on fuel and the cedi's continuous appreciation. Meanwhile, government is expected to roll out new measures aimed at mitigating the impact of rising crude oil prices on the global market, on the economy, and also to cushion consumers. The Bank of Ghana is set to increase dollar support for the market this week after a sudden spike in demand has brought fresh pressure on the cedi. And US stock futures have risen this morning despite missile strikes between Israel and Iran throughout the weekend, sending shockwaves throughout global markets. Meanwhile, oil edged higher, building on a surge last week to its highest levels since January. And that's the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Anointed Engineering Services Limited, the generator experts.
And Anointed Engineering Services Limited is into sales of ultra-silent, fuel-efficient diesel and diesel generating sets. The sizes range from 5 kVA to 3000 kVA, and they are giving you these at great prices. Now, for every generator you buy, they give you 5-year warranty, and they also undertake maintenance and repairs of all kinds of diesel generating sets. Their services include, but not limited to, 24-hour emergency services, sale of spare parts, reliable rental services, professional advice, and if you are looking for tower lights and rentals, they can sell some to you or rent some to you. Locate their latest branch at Pukwase White House, opposite the Echo Block, and head office at number 77, Anointed House on the main Odoko Malam Highway, near the Odoko traffic lights. They also have 21 branches nationwide. So if you want to learn, go to Anointed and get 80% hands-on training and just 20% theory. Call them on 0243480334, 054-010-9493. Anointed, they are the generator experts.
Are you tired of rising fuel costs and frequent service and maintenance draining your budget? Are you a transport business thinking of the best eco-friendly and cost-saving option for a car? Then switch to the Cerio Nano 3 electric vehicle. The Cerio Nano 3 EV is proudly marketed and distributed in Ghana by Anointed Engineering Services Limited. The sleek Cerio Nano 3 electric vehicle, with its advanced technology and high performance, emits zero emissions because it does not run on fossil fuels. No need to worry about a charging station because you can charge your Cerio at home directly by plugging into the socket. The Cerio Nano 3 electric vehicle offers unmatched comfort, interior design, fast charging, long-lasting battery, and a portable digital ultra-silent genset for backup charging no matter your power situation anywhere. Visit our brand new and ultra-modern showrooms in Accra and Kumasi. In Kumasi, Asukwa, in front of the TAT yard on the Ak Mayanka Road. Call our hotlines on 0544 340589 and 0243 480 334. Anointed also stocks genuine spare parts and delivers after-sales services 24/7 for our Cerio Nano 3 EVs. The Cerio Nano 3 electric vehicle. Experience a legacy of luxury modernized. Cerio EV. Go electric.
Frustrated with outdated banking experiences? You deserve an app that makes your life easier, not harder. Say hello to the CBG mobile app, your new cool way to handle everything banking. With biometric security, lightning fast mobile money access, and one-touch bill payments, banking has never been this smooth. Stop imagining when you can live a life where your entire banking world is in your pocket, ready whenever you need it. No stress, no fuss. Don't settle for less. Experience a more superior, convenient way of banking today with the CBG mobile app. Banking made cool, fast and secure. Welcome to the good life. CBG. We stand with
you. Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Well, everybody's been so uptight and forgetting to live their life. Let all the problems get them down till it makes you wanna shout.
Music from Whitney Araba Houston featuring Jordan Ajwa Sparks. The title of the song is Celebrate. It's 8:11 on the Super Morning Show.
Which one is Araba and Ajwa? Anyway, let's get interactive this morning here on the Super Morning Show.
Your social media messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to you by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, and number 10 liver salts, a refreshing relief.
And you know, every day people face different emergencies, police emergency, fire emergency, medical emergency, you name them. But many Ghanaians don't know the emergency numbers. Well, here's one you'd always want to remember. *770#. Yes, *770# is the EcoBank money emergency number, and *770# gives you instant access to loans, fund transfers, utility bill payment, airtime and data purchases, and so much more. Now, you don't need internet for this. Just dial *770#. No need to panic in any money emergency because EcoBank will always come to your rescue. Dial *770# now for solutions to your money emergencies. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. And Kojo, I'd love to hear from people, over the weekend, how the flooding situation impacted them.
Yeah.
We've gone to the Upper West region. You've had a situation in Nandom where people had their roofings ripped off as a result of the strong winds, and some of them currently no place to sleep. We've also talked about the situation in the Western region, Sekondi, Takoradi to be precise, where according to our correspondent Inatalia Kwansa, about 60% of the Sekondi Takoradi metropolis was flooded as a result of the rains on Saturday. And also we've heard about the situation. 7 students of Laura SHS went for jogging. They're members of the cadet corps, decided to cross into Burkina Faso on what their headmaster says they wanted to explore. But for me, the critical question, first of all, is how we even allowed, beg your pardon, that particular operator of the canoe to be operating there, somebody who clearly could see danger and still urged these students on and said, let's go ahead. That there were no life jackets. And look, whenever there's a disaster of this nature, we come back and we talk about the need to have life jackets, and that's the end of it. And we're also part of the blame. As a media, we talk about it, and we also go and focus on other issues. But I think now, look, if you're going to get into any of these and there are no life jackets, don't do it. Kojo, I mean, there are times I've been to the farm and I feel like, oh, you're around Akosombo, you want to get into a boat or something. I'd request a life jacket. If you don't give me one, I'm not getting in.
Winston, what happened over the weekend with the canoes or those boats is the norm.
But that should not be the norm.
That is the norm. And that is the norm we've all overlooked, right? Look, you go to all these places, it's these canoes that operate. And sometimes you have boys, you have girls operating these canoes. Now, let me ask you a question. Since Ghana gained independence, how much money has gone into the Ministry of Transport for transport improvement? And how much of that money has gone into water transportation? When you know that between 35 to 45% of your population live around water bodies and they do movement, even the ferries at Adorso, the ferries at Ketekrachi, the ferries at Dambai, the ferries at Yeji, and a lot of those vessels, we didn't fund it ourselves. It was the US government that built those ferries for us. And those big ferries that were built for us about 5-10 years ago, most of them are breaking down. So there are days you get to Dambai and the ferry is broken. In fact, last year, I was handling the project there.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, the ferry broke down. One of the workers attempted to dive to free the propellers. The guy died. And this is not the first time. So we live in a country where development is not equitable, right? We need to look at these places. What can we do for them? There are some of the places that need bridges. There are some of the places that we need to invest in improved vessels and put there. Smaller boats that can take 10 people for express service, slightly larger boats that can take 20-50 people for scheduled services, and larger ones that can take goods. I can take to all the spots where we cross. Look, go to Pando Toko.
Mm-hmm.
The ferry from Toko that goes to Donkokrom has been broken down for God knows how long. It works today, it gets parked for 20 or 30 days, then it comes to work one day. So if you're moving from Pando Toko to Donkokrom, you'd have to take a boat with no life jackets.
We're not as serious people. With no life jackets.
I'm telling you, I cross these ferries and I cross these rivers almost every month. Okay, if you miss the ferries, to be frank, the actual ferries that are operated by Volta Lake Transport Company, they have life jackets on those ferries, but you don't necessarily wear those life jackets when you are boarding. But most of the other boats, and look, I'm going to count the ferries, right? Echiaman from to Adorso 1, Yeji 2, Dambai 3, Bando to Donkokrom 4. Which one again? I've mentioned Yeji.
Yes, you've mentioned Yeji.
There are just about 5 ferries. And if you talk to the operators, if you talk to the people who work on these ferries, the ferries are actually not fit for purpose now. Their landing sites are not fit for purpose. So there is no sense of investment and a sense of urgency in bringing that infrastructure to the people.
We need to get the transport minister, Joseph Bukari Nikpe.
Go and look at his budget for 2025 and see the provisions that were made for water transport.
We'll get into that, but still to come this morning, we need to have a conversation because, Kojo, if you just listen to the president tasking the Minister of Finance to actually find ways, to deal with the possible impact of the Israeli-Iranian conflict.
Mm-hmm.
Let's listen to him.
Despite the work we have done in stabilizing the economy, Ghana is not immune from the shocks of global events. Recent events in the Middle East, which involve an exchange of missiles between Israel and Iran, have started to escalate crude oil prices dramatically. I've asked our Minister of Finance and Minister of Energy to keep a close eye on the development and model the possible impacts on our petroleum prices and prepare measures to protect the recent gains that we have made.
Well, so that's President John Dramani Mahama there, tasking the finance minister, Kasiel Atoforsen, to do a lot of things to make sure that these gains are not eroded. But, Kojo, did you know that in March 2025, Ghana's price, benchmark price for petroleum, it was actually $74.7.
Okay.
So over the period where we've had 64, 65, we're not meeting our target, because we had targeted some $1.1 billion.
Yeah.
So the moment we're not meeting the target. However, the critical question is, how is this likely to affect us?
Yeah.
What is Iran's total production? How does it compare to the world production? And if that production is affected, how is that likely to impact the cost of crude oil? Stay with us here on the Super Morning Show. We're going to be telling you more of that about that, coupled with the appreciation or otherwise of the Ghana cedi.
Yeah.
And so big stories this morning brought to us by Telecel Connecting Energies and Prudential Bank, truly dependable.
And you can use Telecel Cash. You can send the keke on the Telecel app. Just get your Telecel Cash and send money to people on Telecel Play for free. You can also use or go to any other place where they send money to send money. Now, Telecel is also giving you the too much money. They are giving cash rewards in the too much money promo, and all you have to do is to dial *500# or visit the Telecel Play app to opt in. With 100 Ghana cedis every day, you can win 100 Ghana cedis every day, 20,000 cedis weekly, or even 1.2 million Ghana cedis as the grand prize. Yes, you heard it right, 1.2 million Ghana cedis. So just recharge or buy bundles of 5 cedis and above to get in the draws. The more you do, the better your chances of winning. Remember to dial *500# or visit the Telecel Play app to opt into the Telecel too much money promo. Your big win may be a top up or a bundle away. So just join the promo. It's regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Telecel Connecting Energies.
And look, welcome to seamless banking with the Prudential Bank mobile app. Perform instant transactions like mobile money wallets, scan GHQR to pay, manage your cards, transfer money between banks, and do so much more. No more banking hours. Experience simple, secure, and convenient banking wherever you are. 24/7. Download the PBL mobile app now from the Apple Store or Google Play Store and Huawei App Gallery. Visit Prudential Bank website or social media platforms for more. Prudential Bank, truly dependable. And so, but today is the birthday of the chairman of the McDan Group, Daniel Macaulay.
Okay.
Yes, Daniel Macaulay. And, he's been doing great things with the McDan Foundation. We know he's a key supporter of the Joy News Impact Makers Awards, for instance. He's been powering that with us and all the things he's done in the northern part of the country. So, happy birthday to chairman of the McDan Group of Companies, Daniel Macaulay.
And
it's coming from all of us here at the Multimedia Group.
Yes. From Richie Toku, from the whole family to you. Happy birthday to you. So let's go for a quick break. When we come back, we'll read some of your messages and bring you some more of the big stories here on the Super Morning Show.
Small money day, big money day, way too much money day. Telecel too much money promo drop. If you dial *500#, then join them for the Telecel too much money promo inside. You will win 100 Ghana cedis cash for the daily draws, 20,000 Ghana cedis for the weekly draws, then 1.2 million Ghana cedis for the grand draw inside. That be 1.2 million Ghana cedis. You for just reload airtime, then get points with it make you win. Make you dial *500# or go the Telecel Play app top. Then book inside riders give the Telecel too much money promo. Terms and conditions apply.
Telecel, connecting energies.
This promo will be NLA where they regulate them for the Caritas Lottery platform top.
On the go, night to day. PBL app is the easiest way. Bank secure, bank with ease. Right at your fingertips, bank is a breeze. PBL app making banking so clear. Anytime, anywhere we're here. Safe, secure, banking for you. PBL app, simple and true.
Welcome to the future of banking. The Prudential Bank mobile app. Bank secure anytime. Right from your phone. Access your accounts 24/7. Perform instant transactions. Pay bills. Link mobile money wallets. Scan and pay with GHQR. Manage your cards. Make seamless GIP interbank transfers. All with ease. No more banking hours. Take control and app your banking. Experience simple, secure and convenient banking. Download the PBL mobile app now. PBL mobile app. App your banking.
We shouldn't have gone to that party.
Masa, my head is killing me. Is that your stomach?
Yes.
What did you eat?
I don't know.
Get rid of your gastric problems with number 10 liver salt. Number 10 gives you quick, effective relief from nausea, indigestion, heartburns, hangovers, and hyperacidity. And with different fruity flavors such as orange and lemon, it's a pretty tasty way to end an uncomfortable situation. Number 10 liver salt from Ernest Chemist, because everyone needs a chemist.
This advert has been vetted and approved by FDA.
EcoBank Mobile, they make me say, oh yeah. EcoBank Mobile, they make me crazy. Download it and use it. It gon' make your life so easy, yeah. Oh yeah, download it. You gon' enjoy it. In my Brahmin chain. In my Brahmin chain. Come make a download them for you. Cause you can pay bills, you can buy credit. You can pay school fees, even chest tights with the Apple. EcoBank Apple. Charlie J. Nabu. Life is easy with the EcoBank mobile app. You can pay your bills, transfer to and from mobile wallet, virtual card creation, transfer to other banks, express account opening, scan and pay, express cash, all at your fingertips with the EcoBank mobile app. You know it's 5-star life with EcoBank. Kim promise.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
Right, so welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And we've been joined by Emma Adjoa Apia Oseidia, who's Director of Corporate Affairs and Communications for Zoomlion. And they issued a press statement. We've seen it in the Daily Graphic. We've seen it in some of the papers. They've been talking about their contract with YEA, the fact that that contract expired and not a contract that was terminated. They've also indicated their willingness to participate in any competitive bidding to serve the district when it comes to waste management services. Emma, good morning. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning. How are you doing?
We're fine. I believe you're fine also.
I'm trying.
You're trying. Good. So let's start with, I mean, we saw the letter from the presidency. It talked about the fact that they were not going to renew your waste management contract, the sanitation module, with the YEA. You've issued a statement to say, well, that contract expired, and so that was it. But for me, I need to find out, first of all, after that contract, when it expired in March, extended for 6 months. After that, were you still working for government?
Well, we of Zoomlion understand the extension ends at September.
Okay.
So we have not engaged anybody to work. But as much as you can see, there are staff who love this work. And originally, when the concept started, this whole exercise started, people joined out of love before it became the way that YEA would be recruiting the people for us. So I have personally seen people on the streets working. But because the contract has ended, we have no directive on those people.
So these people who are working, you're saying that since September 2024, you've had no contract with YEA. And so since September 2024, you're not entitled to any payments from YEA.
No, even before then, I think about a year and a half or 2 years, we have not received payments.
Yeah, but I mean, not received payment is different. That's what you may have worked for
Yes.
and not having been paid, but not entitled to means that you have no business getting anything. And I'm asking,
that's it.
so between September 2024 till now, Zoom Lion is not entitled to payment under the model. That's what you're telling us?
Yes.
Okay. So over the period, if you say people love this work, so if these people who love this work have gone to work, who are these people who have gone to work?
I don't know them personally, but I have come across people wearing the uniforms on the streets, a couple of them, skeletal people.
Okay, now let's talk about the numbers. The YE contract started sometime in 2011, 2013. How many people have been engaged since that time across the country?
We of Zoom Lion do not engage the staff. They are engaged by YE and brought to us. And as much as I can recall, we have a total of 45,000 nationwide.
And these are people you pay. You don't engage them, but they are paid through you.
Yes.
And so you pay 45,000 people every month?
Yes, as much as I know.
And do you have data to show, to let us know that in this region, for example, or this district, we have 10,000 people. In this area, we have 5,000 people. In that area, I have 2,000 people.
Sure, that can always be verified.
Because the issue under contention here is that the numbers do not really add up, because Zoom Lion has cooked up numbers. That's one issue under contention. The other issue is that we are really not seeing the effects of the sweeping and the sanitation activity that Zoom Lion is supposed to carry out. So can you share the data of the people you've engaged over the period with us?
I will not be able to give you figures of the people that we have managed off head right now, because the regions are there, the people work in the districts of the regions, and we can always verify this data. And talking about not seeing the impact of their work, I would ask you, since when? Because for me, they are working until the expiration.
But can you give us data post the interview? Because if you are paying them, then there's a payroll system which has data and basic KYC on all these people. So because this is a public interest story, people want to know and be sure that the millions of Ghana cedis we've spent over the years on this sanitation contract were actually used for the work for which you signed up these people. So can you share this data with us post this interview so that we can do our independent verification?
Sure, that can be done.
Now, if you do not employ the people, you say the YEA would employ them, how come you pay them? What sort of arrangement did you have that you don't employ these people, but you are the ones paying them?
Sure. We work with the people directly, and the kind of work they do, you need to supervise it on the go. And we confirm that this person, that person has indeed done the work. And so we would want to pay so that we can continue with the supervision.
Okay. So, in effect, YEA gives their monies to you, and then you pay them?
Yes.
Okay.
YEA engages the people, then the state pays them to pay the people.
Because you said we paid. I'm trying to get the clarification here. Do you pay them, or the state pays these people?
For the money to get to them, we pre-finance.
Okay.
Now, what happened, what brought this whole discussion is this. In the early days, government, let me say, attempted to pay them. And up to a point, it was getting difficult. So they deployed this private-public partnership for us to pre-finance, go ahead and pay, and then government will reimburse. And so that is how we came in to start paying them.
Okay. Now, they're paid 250 Ghana cedis.
258.
58 Ghana cedis.
Yes.
And your management fee is what, 600 cedis?
Now, that amount you mentioned,
yes,
is a two-pronged assignment that brings about that amount.
Okay.
The project runs using logistics, and we charge a management fee. So there is a portion of that amount that goes into logistics, which has been agreed upon between Zoomlion and the YEA, who own the contract, and a part of it is our management fee.
What are these logistics that would end up becoming 600 Ghana cedis, including management fees? What are they?
We use, we give them uniforms, we give them boots, and then we have consumables that they use also.
How often do you give them these uniform and boots?
The various consumables have different ranges of time. They get exhausted and then we replace. But I would say that the replacement is done quite frequently, at most a quarter.
Now, earlier I asked you this question about, the expiration of your contract. I need to do this. Now, since these people, you say some of them, you've seen people in uniforms, and still you say your contract has expired. Has it been the case? Has it ever happened that, so when the work these people have been doing, which consumables have they been using? Which logistics have they been using? Because you say they are, the contract has expired. Are we not getting ready for you to probably say, oh, even though the contract had expired, we're still working, so pay us money?
Talking about the logistics that they use, they use brooms, they use gloves, and the uniforms have been given them. Once the uniforms are not worn out and they can wear them, they wear them. They feel like wearing them. There are people who wear the uniforms to do their own private jobs in town. Most of them who have left the scheme, they do this. Okay. So the kind of logistics they will use to work, they have bits and pieces of what they have been using before the contract came to an end. So they can always use them.
But Emma Adjoa Apia said, as Director of Corporate Affairs and Communications of Zoomlion, I mean, the clarification I want is that from September, you say from September 2024 to now, there's no contract. So you are not going to submit any bill to the government to pay you.
If there is no contract, why do we charge?
Okay. So if we come back to go and check, there will be no thing like government owed Zoomlion from September to March.
Yeah.
I've been looking at the YEA Acts and what is sought to do was to create jobs for the youth between the ages of 15 to 35. But based on personal observation, for example, the street sweepers, I usually see very elderly people sweeping the streets. This is a contract you undertook to engage the youth. However, a lot of the people you're engaging are actually not within the age band. You don't find a problem with that?
Well, we came in to manage a contract that has been set up. And at this time, we do not engage the people. So as to what goes into who is engaged, we are handed a number of people to manage and we work with them. But I want to step back a bit. When we first started, with the same concept you have raised right now, that was hopefully what was supposed to happen. But the youth were not interested. And at that time, I was supervising La Teshinungwa, even the early days. There were La Teshi and Nungwa area. And there were quite elderly women between the early 40s involved in the sweeping. And they tell you, Madam, we are just interested in supporting government. And I also checked, and they had meaningful jobs they were doing. And they will get up early in the morning, jump onto the streets, clean, and then leave and go back to whatever they were doing in the markets. So I want to thank for the owners of the contract that because the youth are not interested and there are people who are interested, why not engage them? But for us, they hand them over to us and we work with what we have.
What were your key deliverables under the sanitation contracts?
For this sanitation module, we're supposed to clean the assigned principal streets.
Principal streets.
Principal streets.
Okay.
Yes, and remove the curbside and also do drain desilting and specific assigned public areas.
Okay.
Yes.
So if we look at the Greater Accra region, for example, let's look at a place like, say, East Legon or the AMA area. These were areas under your care, right?
Yes, the principal streets in those areas.
Okay, so the Awoshi area, for example, was also an area under your care, right?
All the sub-metros, if it is Accra, in Accra, had areas we had to clean.
Okay.
But when we first started, the scope was not as wide as it is now. I will cite one specific example. The Tetekwashi Madina Road, or let me say Tetekwashi Adenta Road. It was a single lane. Is it dual carriage?
And now it's
widened.
Yeah.
So you realize that if we have to keep a certain number of people to manage the first one, the space has been tripled, because now we have a dual carriage lane and we have the side lanes also, which looks like what it used to be earlier.
So areas in like Tema New Town and the Tema Metropolis were all part of the areas we were working on, right?
Once there are principal streets there.
Once there are principal streets. So what explains the continuous siltation or the silting of our drains that always results in either flash flooding or actual flooding when it rains, if those are part of your because these places I ask these specific places because I pay attention to them and I see that the drains are usually silted. When it rains, they are flash flood. So if they were part of your deliverables, how come we were experiencing all those?
Most of these drains, especially the storm drains.
I'm not even talking about the storm drains. I'm talking about the U drains by our main roads and our streets. They are usually silted. So when it rains, we have flash floods on the roads. And these flash floods, in certain instances, result in actual mainstream flooding that affects our homes.
Okay. So what happens is most of our inner roads are not tarred. So we carry silt on our vehicles onto the tarred roads, plus our attitude. And
but the cleaning activity is a daily activity.
It's a daily activity.
If the attitude is a daily activity of causing a problem, you also have a daily activity of solving that problem. But we see these occurrences happening all the time.
It will happen all the time because of the untarred roads that we have. And when it rains, however little it rains, runoffs bring silt onto these drains. And as we keep removing them and they are coming, definitely there will be some sort of residual things.
But your teams are expected to work on a daily, not so.
Yes.
So that's the point I'm making. If they are supposed to work every day, if it's silted today and it's desilted today, I don't expect the build-up to be such that the Tema New Town area I just mentioned, last week or 2 weeks ago, the new assembly carried out a desilting exercise, I think, with bus stop boys. And a drain that everybody thought wasn't existent actually existed in the place. And it was a simple U drain which have been silted over the years. But over the years, we have people paid to desilt that U drain just by the main road, which you say is part of the areas you are supposed to deal with. So how does that happen, and why should that be counted as success of your project?
Well, one thing I have also noticed is that we have a kind of attitude as a people. I have seen drains that have been deliberately sealed by people who live there because of their personal interest. And so if we have desilted the drains today, and for a kind of activity they decide to do whatever interests them, and there are people who enforce the law and cannot enforce the law, we can do as much as we can do by desilting what we can desilt.
Okay, I need to take you back to the payments, for instance, the money bit. Now, 258 for these persons on the module, and you take 600. Realistically, tell me, is it appropriate that the people who do the work get paid about a third of what those who provide the logistics and the managers take?
Well, you know, Zoom Lion doesn't issue a fiat regarding the disbursement of the total amount assigned for this contract. There is a discussion after the submission of proposals, and both parties agree on what amount is good for which aspect of the contract.
Okay, so Zoom Lion and YEA agreed that you paid the persons under this module 258 Ghana cedis and pay Zoom Lion 600 Ghana cedis?
Zoom Lion is not paid 600 Ghana cedis. I told you that that total amount is a two-component thing. A part of it goes into the logistics, and a part is management fee.
How much goes in? How much is the management fee?
The management fee is around 160 cedis. I don't have the exact amount, and the remaining goes into logistics, the various logistics that is provided. What do you call it? All the details that go into the logistics, including the regular consumables.
But you personally, Emma, are you happy about the amount of money paid these participants under the model? 258 Ghana cedis. It's not even up to the minimum wage.
Okay. I have run operations before in Zoom Lion, so I've worked directly with these people. And I tell you that we have proposed a couple of times that these monies are adjusted upwards. Anytime there has been a change in the allowances of these workers, we have initiated the discussion. Now, the fact that I am happy or not has no place here, because the contract doesn't belong to me. I am assigned to work under specific directives. So I do same.
This is the Super Morning Show. We are talking to the Corporate Communications Director of Zoom Lion here on the Super Morning Show, Emma Adjoa Apia Oseidua. She's the Director of Corporate Affairs and Communications for Zoom Lion. We are trying to understand the work Zoom Lion does under the sanitation model and the related issues to do with EA. You remember last week we had a conversation about that. It's something that has been developing. The president also released this. The presidency released the statement, and we are trying to establish where we are going from here and whether Ghanaians have actually been given their money's worth when it comes to these projects. Winston.
Great. So the consumables that you talk about, how often do you supply them?
At most, we do that quarterly, but some of them have varied times that we give.
Do you supply them monthly?
If it requires that we do that, we do.
Because if you do not supply them monthly and you're paid monthly for them, it will be important to understand how we arrived at that, pricing. So if the management fee is 160, then the consumables and logistics fee is 440 every month. Help us understand, and for our listeners to be interested in understanding what goes into these consumables and logistics. You've talked about the broom, you've talked about the boots, that one, fine. But when it comes to the consumables, on the average, how often do you purchase them so we can understand?
For the purchase, we are a business, so we wouldn't go to the market on a monthly basis. We wouldn't. So wherever we find our money from, we will stock.
Do you supply it to them monthly? Do you supply it to them? How often do you supply it to these people?
We supply these things at most quarterly.
Okay.
So we will stock our stores with the stuff that we've bought and supply as and when it is necessary to supply.
Kojo was asking a question earlier about the desilting and all, because the management fee, I understand, is to ensure that the people do the work they are expected to do, right? What is your own assessment of the work that the people are expected to do?
Regarding their performance?
Yes.
Well, they are expected to do their sweeping, the various assigned things that they have to do, and supervising them. They do what they have to do at the time they go to do what they have to do. Many a time, you go back hours after they have done their work, and sections look like nothing has been done. Not because they didn't do, but because people have not got the attitude to maintain what has been done cleanly.
But really, Emma, if I did something, at least there'll be a sign that something has been done. It cannot be the case that you work and there's nothing to show because you say people may have done the wrong things all over
It's
again.
not like there is nothing to show. Look, I have seen people work around 3 a.m. around Medina, and at 8 a.m. it looks like nothing has been done.
How do you deal with such a situation?
So we work with the assemblies, and the waste directors support us with ideas as to how to do it. The case I'm talking about in Medina, for example, is because the whole place is built up. Nobody is willing to allow space for any containers or anything. So after the cleaning has been done, the roadside is clean, people come back deliberately, having swept their shops, and put them by the roadside. So when you are passing by in the morning, that is what you will see.
Is it not because the waste bin contract that your company got as well was not executed well? So the bins were not distributed properly, so people didn't have options of disposing of their waste. Are these all not linked to you not being able to deliver that particular contract?
The waste bin contract died of its own course, within its own course. And if you're sweeping the markets, you're not going to provide market people with free bins for them to put their waste in. There are what do you call this one? Central bins that are positioned in the markets to be used. And the place that I cited, for example, you realize that the market has gone beyond its bounds, moved into people's residences already. So if there is a particular location where a bin is supposed to be positioned, you know that by now there should be more. And there is no space for that kind of arrangement. So you get people finding their own means of disposing of their waste at the times that you want to do it. That has nothing to do with distribution of waste bins.
So when it comes to the desilting, it's people's attitude, and it's nothing. It's got nothing to do with you doing your work and doing it well consistently. And when it comes to the wish to, it's got nothing to do with you doing your work and doing it consistently. But I want to ask, when your cleaners go to the market, for example, are they there for a specific number of hours, or they are supposed to be there throughout the day to clean?
Oh, they are not supposed to be on the streets throughout the day. They work at most for 4 hours.
Okay.
And that will be done. So depending on when you are assigned to go to work, if you are assigned in the morning and you go in the morning, when you start, you end around 4 hours and then you leave.
But when you notice that in certain places, if you clean from 3 a.m. by 8 a.m., the place would be dirty, didn't you think that it was right for you to change your working hours so you could capture all the waste that comes within that period?
At those areas, after say 7 a.m., the place gets so busy, it will not make a meaning assigning anybody there to continue to be cleaning after the people. So we are doing it at dawn and in the night for the place to be clean, for people to come and work. And when they come, they bring back the waste, and then we come again at the appropriate time to come and do it.
We'll go for a quick break. When we come back, I want to understand the number of sanitation projects that public sanitation projects Zoom Lion is executing, because we've looked at a lot of reports, and when it comes to under ESLA over the past since 2016, we've spent about 1.5 billion Ghana cedis on maintaining landfill sites, on building waste processing plants, on doing all sorts of things. We want to understand your role in that. Under different agencies, there are fumigation contracts and all those things. We want to understand your role in all those things, and whether indeed you are giving us value for money here on the Super Morning Show. We'll be right back.
Can I pick it?
You don't hear about the Star Assurance 40 Reasons to Smile promo. Star Assurance is 40 years. And to celebrate this milestone, they are rewarding clients who buy or renew their existing motor insurance policy with amazing prices. Every quarter this year, lucky winners stand the chance to win cash prizes of 10,000 Ghana cedis each, and the grand prize, an exclusive all-expense paid trip to enjoy the luxury of Dubai.
So you mean if someone insures their saloon car, 4x4, motorbike, or any other vehicle, they stand a chance to be a winner?
Exactly so. To participate, simply buy or renew your existing motor insurance policy with Star Assurance, and you are in.
Akosia, thank you so much for sharing this with me. I'm driving to the nearest Star Assurance office now.
Call 030-2751-333 to talk to us, or visit any Star Assurance branch to buy or renew your motor insurance policy.
Star Assurance, your solid partner.
Terms and conditions apply. This promo is in conjunction with NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
If you have 250 Ghana cedis right now, it can do wonders for you. Chairman, Fabeji, it could turn your tears into joy in the Access Bank Fakitwa Beji Kesiye promo. Madam, Fabeji, it could get you up to 50,000 Ghana cedis cash prize. Business owner, Fabeji, as a student, make transactions with your Access Bank card, and that could get you Spotify and Netflix subscriptions, PS5, iPhone 16 Pro Max, and more. This be out of class senso. Fabeji, you see what 250 Ghana cedis can do for you? And Gasakra. Fabeji, it's the Access Bank Fakitwa Beji Kesiye promo. Deposit a minimum of 250 Ghana cedis and its multiples in your new or existing account, and be on your way to winning a share of the 580,000 Ghana cedis in cash prizes and other amazing rewards. The more you deposit, the more your chances of winning. Promo runs from now to September 2025. This promo is in partnership with NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Access Bank, more than banking.
For 11 years, we've taken you beyond borders. For 11 years, we've delivered memorable travel experiences. Now, it's time to see more and feel more with Adansi Travels at 12. 12 times the fun, 12 times the excitement. This August, explore the best of Europe, the UK, Dubai, Turkey, Singapore, Malaysia, Johannesburg, and beyond. With a team dedicated to your travel dreams, every journey is carefully crafted to leave you with unforgettable memories. Your journey with Adansi Travels is more than a trip. It's your chance to see more, feel more, and discover the world in a whole new way. Don't just stamp your passport, stamp it with incredible experiences. Call 0595 500 817 or 0531 008 550 or visit AdansiTravels.com to book your spot. Adansi at 12. See more, feel more.
Ah, my little ones, gather around. Once upon a time in the heart of Accra, a man in his fancy car sought directions. But oh, the Ghanaian way.
Hello bro, good afternoon. Can you please show me where the Presby Church is? Go straight. 10 left at the big mango tree with the broken branches with most of the mangoes falling. Ask there, anybody will show you.
And when the Black Stars take to the field, every Ghanaian becomes a coach. Ah, the sacred cue for our beloved Gobe. As you wait patiently, rehearsing the perfect vibes. These, my dear ones, are some few moments that make our Ghana truly special. And as we share these stories, let us also remember a plate of lily rice, connecting our hearts through the flavors of our culture. Special moments are worth celebrating with lily rice. Lily rice, yenimno fritite. This advert is FDA approved.
Hello, Ghana. It's a new year and Bill's Microcredit is here to support your dreams. If you're not working but want to start a business, don't let money stop you. With just your Ghana card, you can get a loan to turn your ideas into reality. Already running a business? Need more capital? Or are you a salary worker looking for extra funds? Bill's offers fast and easy loans with no collateral, no deposit, and no SUSI savings required. Wherever you are, whatever you need, Bill's Bills makes it happen. Call Bills Microcredit today. Call 0596 920 833 or 0302 200 390 and get started. Bills is licensed and regulated by the Bank of Ghana. Bills, financing your needs. Terms and conditions apply.
Let me introduce you to the Honeymoon Hotel.
Aula, please. You can't just change your mind anytime it suits you.
Wow, I can't believe you're doing this on our honeymoon night.
I am going to sleep in the lobby.
I'm coming with you.
Don't follow me.
I'm coming with you.
Woman, it's Monaca. Don't.
Me, don't. You two don't, I'll come.
Adapted and directed by Shirley Frimpong Manso. Honeymoon Hotel. Starring Jocelyn Dumas, James Gardner, Amake Ababrese, Amanda Gisi, Andrew Tando Adote, David Donto, and more. Live on stage on June 20th, 21st, and 22nd, 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. each day at the National Theatre. Tickets are available now at 200 Ghana cedis regular, 350 Ghana cedis VIP. Dial *713 *33 *10#. For more information, call 0545 246 478. Sponsored by African Radiant Hotel, Caveman Watches, Oyarifa Mall, McPhillips Food, and AE Cinemax.
The Honeymoon Hotel, where love lasts. Powered by Africa Arts Network.
When I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth with Kale Charcoal toothpaste. This gives me confidence all day.
Anytime you meet Amma, don't be surprised I smile showing my beautiful white teeth because I don't have cavity thanks to Kale Charcoal toothpaste for its natural charcoal properties. In fact, we are like twins. I can't go without my Kale Charcoal toothpaste.
That be why I dey use Kale Charcoal toothpaste morning and night when I dey go bed safe. It dey make my teeth white when it dey comot every scent from my mouth inside. My confidence level they go up, so I dey show my 32 teeth all.
Introducing the Kale Charcoal toothpaste, formulated with activated bamboo charcoal powder, ensures whiter teeth and removes bad breath. The strong natural property of the activated bamboo charcoal removes bacteria, absorbs surface stains on our teeth caused by coffee, wines, and tobacco. Welcome, Kale Charcoal toothpaste. Kale Charcoal toothpaste, Sankofa Yenchi.
Kale, happy smile.
This advert is FDA approved.
Say donut, 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 donut. Hey, donut, 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 donut. Donut, donut. Then come cotton donut, donut, donut. Malaria syrup donut.
Everybody follow not sa malaria. A 3D donut now. Wogonto malaria chill. Wohopopo. What mean the day? I want the donut. A dabako. Donut. A damienu. Donut. A damiensa. Donut. No. Donut scatter malaria. Lonat, it dey scatter malaria.
A quality product from Blaze GVS Pharma. Yenhwehwemu hu se malaria wo womojam ansa na wanum Lonat. Na nam yensearch na malaria no daso wo ho a ko hu doctor.
This advert is FDA approved.
In your cup. Enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
And you're still live here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. This morning we're joined by Emma Adjoa-Apia Oseidia, who's Director of Corporate Affairs and Communications of Zoom Lion. She's been helping us understand their operations and all the concerns that we may have and you may also have being addressed by her. But get Translight Solar today and save up to 70% of your electricity bills. Enjoy clean and reliable energy without breaking the bank. And here's the best part. You don't need to pay the full cost upfront. Translight Solar is offering an opportunity to own a complete solar system by paying just 30 to 50% of the cost and spread the rest over a 12 to 36 month period with flexible monthly payments as low as 1,200. Get in touch now for early bird deals and the lowest prices on the market. Visit our website translightsolar.com or call us on 0256 040838 or 0504 249229 for free consultation. Translight Solar, wherever there's sunlight, there's Translight.
And if you're a shareholder of GCB Bank, GCB is committed to ensuring that your shares with them continue to thrive and yield positive results. And having accurate contact information on you will enable them communicate important updates and notifications regarding your shares directly to you. So they kindly request that you update your records, that's your telephone number and your email address with the bank, to get regular, timely and relevant updates on your shares. To update your records, visit any GCB Bank branch and you'll be assisted to do this. You may also access their website at gcbbank.com.gh or the shareholders portal to go through a simple process to update your records. If you are registered on the CSD, you may contact your broker for the necessary records updates to be done. With just a few simple steps, you can ensure a seamless experience and stay well informed about the progress of your shares. GCB, your bank for life.
And experience the ultimate waterfront getaway, Kojo, at Aqua Safari. I know you need this getaway. Now relax in style and comfort and let the soothing sounds of nature rejuvenate your soul. Come visit the best resort in Ghana. From luxurious rooms to suites to exciting water sports and outdoor activities, the stay packages are designed to provide you with an unforgettable experience at the serene bank of the Volta River at Big Ada. So, therefore, whether you're looking for a vacation destination or the perfect riverfront venue for your conference, your only option is Aqua Safari. Call 0800 110190 or 0540 110190 now.
Now, if you're looking for a little more in life without spending more, get the Absa Abapa account. It's designed for people like us. Yeah, people like us who want to do more with very little money or without spending more. And now the Abapa account gives you a free GH Link card. It gives you access to loans up to 50,000 cedis when you need help. They give you high interest on your savings plus free SMS alerts on every peso you spend. And they also give you seamless mobile and online banking. So you don't need to join any long queues and so much more. And the best part is that it's very simple to open. So if you're looking for more value, more peace of mind, more control over your money, then the Absa Abapa account is just the account for you. Open your account today and get more. T's and C's apply. And remember, your story matters. Absa. Yeah, so Emma, before we went on the break, I wanted to know the number of public contracts that you are involved in. We know you are involved in the year street sweepers contract. You do fumigation. Your company is supposed to handle waste recycling and related activities and even manage landfill sites, right? How many others are you engaged in and how is it going?
Talking about the waste contracts, I think you have mentioned about all of them. And we on our own have several initiatives we put in to support the system. For example, doing capacity building. As we speak, we have about 120 youth in Russia, 30 of them on scholarship, 30 of them focused on environmental sanitation, and 60 of them focused on agriculture, because we have an agriculture wing also. And we put in a lot to give exposure to the YEA staff, some of them the team leaders and their supervisors. We took some of them to Belarus and Russia to benchmark what happens there. We sent some women on training to get them to be able to manage heavy duty trucks, and we sent them to companies in, say, China to go and see how it is done. And so people entered as YEA sweepers, and today have become landfill compactor operators, have become skip truck drivers, and things like that.
So you're doing all these whilst running these four or so projects I've mentioned.
Yes.
What do you say about people who say they've been duplication or triplication of some of the contracts? For example, Zoom Lion is undertaking fumigation services under a contract which the District Assembly's Common Fund pays for. Then you have a fumigation project under a contract which NDIA was paying for. Now you look at ESLA, there are fumigation projects that the Energy Sector Levies Act collections are also paying for. But still, people say they don't see it. Last week there was a story in one of the newspapers, Tema Market. The woman said, look, too many rodents, too many issues. But we know that you are supposed to be taking care of all these things.
The fumigation contract that works with the districts is supposed to work.
Before you answer, even with that, some of the MCs, DCs have said that the terms of those contracts are actually not transparent. Even they, managing the districts, don't know what went into the contracting and the deliverables.
Yeah, so picking it from the last one, I will look at it like this. If I have a contract with an organization, and definitely the two parties would have gone into some sort of discussion to come to a conclusion of the contract. So it is upon the parties involved to extend it to the staff that will work on it, or you choose the style that you want, whether you want to explain the details of the contract to your team, get their input before you meet the person that you are signing the contract to, or after, whatever you discuss with them. I find it difficult to appreciate if I am an officer in charge of waste and I reside in a particular assembly and I say there is a contract between the assembly and a certain company and I am not privy to it. How does that become the company's responsibility? One, there is a relationship between the officers that operate the contract and the officers that are supposed to supervise or guide in terms of assignment from the assembly. So if that relationship goes on and there is any challenge, you don't wait until you are asked, then you say you are not privy to the content. You can always find out from your colleague, your partner from the other side that you're working with. Or better yet, talk to your in charge, your boss, who signed the contract.
So but as a business, are you not worried that you sit in Accra and sign centralized contracts which you must deliver or execute with people on the ground, and these people are not engaged as much as possible for them to be on the same page with you to ensure effective execution? Don't you even think that's one of the reasons why, even though year on year you are signing contracts, multiple contracts, you are not seeing any value, because the governors of the local system are not in sync with the central government contract you have lobbied to sign?
As a businessman, I want to do business. And if I'm offered business to do, I go through what has been provided for me to go through to get the business to be done, and I do it. So why are we not finding out from the authorities that want the assignment to be done why they are not engaging their staff, if that is the case? Because I find it difficult to understand that you have a setup, a structured setup that goes down into the districts, and you would want to ignore them if that is the case, to sign a contract and you not show it to them. How do they even get to work? You get it. So I don't think it should be the responsibility of the contractor to prompt the owner of the contract to run the contract the way the contractor wants it to be done. They discuss this contract with the contractor who is going to do the work. So once you are helping me to find a job to do, I'll grab the work and go and do it. I have not experienced any difficulty yet to come back to you and tell you that, oh, this is my difficulty. So do you, the owner of the contract, also see it right the way you are doing it? If that is the case, we are working.
So for you, you've signed your contract with the central government. It's up to the central government to disseminate information related to the contract to everyone, so that, and ship them in place to work with you to execute it.
There are structures put in place. And for example, let's say waste. I know that it is a responsibility of the government to make sure that waste is cleared. But there are officers in place that are in charge of managing the waste. So if the idea is to engage PPP for waste to be managed, the officers in charge of the waste management should be contacted before the PPP arrangement goes on. So I am a contractor. You bring me in to come and sign a contract to manage so and so job. I will not know the jurisdiction of whoever is seated there. When it is signed, I expect that the officers in charge of that assignment know that this one does that one does that, to manage the contractor.
You have waste management plants littered all over the country. Off the top of my head, I can mention the one at Lavender Hill. You have one at Ajin Kotoku. You have one in Kumasi. I believe you have one in the Bono region as well.
Every region.
Every region, including the Volta region. What do these waste management plants do? What are their scopes?
These are recycling companies, and I believe some of them have medical waste facility attached to them. Some of them also have wastewater treatment facility attached to them. And they are supposed, in fact, we came up with this concept because we realized that land was becoming very scarce, and it is supposed to happen that every municipality has an engineered landfill for waste management, and land is getting scarce. For example, in the Accra area, all the MMDAs here do not have an engineered landfill. They all send their waste to a place called Adipa around in Sawam area, which is an engineered landfill established by Sumla.
What happened to Insumia?
All those places were dump sites.
Okay.
There were several dump sites. Several of them. There were only a few engineered landfill sites in the country, and some of them have reached their limits. For example, the one at Tema, and the one at Tema was established for the Tema area, but because of this same land issue, Accra was dumping there, and it lived its time before its designed lifespan. So these waste management recycling plants are supposed to help so that we give fractions of the waste a second life, and then we get to put the residual at the landfill sites that we don't have already, so that their lifespans will live a longer time. So when we identified that the waste fractions had a higher organic component, we went into establishment of these plants so that we can produce compost as a second life to the organic waste. So we came up with the Accra compost plant, and then from there we established the Kumasi compost plant, which has also gotten a big wastewater treatment plant. And there was a call from many authorities, maybe traditional leaders, citizenry. So we moved into the establishment of the mini type of those plants in the regions also. So they are supposed to help manage the waste and recycle the recyclables, the fractions that can be taken to elsewhere. We do. For example, we collect the plastics, those that can be used here. I mean, those categorizations, I don't want to go into that for now, but the category of plastics that can be managed here, we pelletize them. We pelletize them and manufacture other useful products, like the waste bin, like buckets, like from them.
There are people who think that these investments have practically not been worth our while. For example, if you look at the ESLA spend, some of the money from ESLA went into supporting to build some of these waste plants. True? And were these loans or grants to your company? If they were loans, are you paying back? If they were grants, why do we have these waste plants littered across the country and we are not seeing them work at full capacity? So that, for example, for stuff like planting for food and jobs, for stuff like Feed Ghana and all those things, we'll get truckloads of organic fertilizer from Zoom Lion. We are not seeing any organic fertilizer on the market. We are still importing organic fertilizer. But for a country that produces, let's use the old data that was churned out, about 3,000 tons of waste per day, right? Of which 40% is organic. If we are processing these things, Ghana should not even be importing fertilizer. So if you're, that's what some watchers of the industry are saying, that these look like you just chance on an opportunity to take public funds to build factories that are not delivering the goods to Ghanaians. What do you say to that?
Well, if even there were public funds pushed into this, again, I will come back to supervision, because if there are authorities manning every aspect of this country, and if we have set up organizations that I'm working on your claim that public funds have been pushed into, who are the supervisors of these funds? Who are to make sure that the funds yield the results that they are supposed to yield? Now, I am a businessman. I may not even be an expert in the industry.
Yeah.
And I find business and I'm doing. Somebody should whip me in line and make sure that what is expected of me, the value for money, is given, because probably I am not even an expert in the field.
So based on this assertion, can we say that the people who believe that a lot of funds have been pushed into your businesses but we are seeing very little are actually concluding that way because people who are supposed to monitor and evaluate you have derelicted their duty? So, for example, in the case of ESLA, Finance Ministry has been paying money from the ESLA funds for all sorts of things. From air pollution, we spent $100 million. Fumigation, we spent about $250 million. The other cities, the other waste-related stuff, about $1.2 billion. So, since 2016, our ESLA funds have been going into these areas, and people have derelicted on ensuring that you do your work and give us value. Is that what you're saying?
What I'm saying is that we know that we are producing the compost.
Okay.
And these composts are there to be seen. When you go to ACAP right now, you see it. Some of the people in the agrarian community work with the waste. We would be glad if no fertilizer is imported at all, and people are on us every day for the production to be done for them. We will be glad to do that, because why would you set up an industry and decide that you won't use it for the purpose for which you set it up? You get it?
Yeah.
And most of these things are initiatives from us. Most of these things are initiatives from us that we put in place.
Okay. So you've released a very nice statement with respect to the year contract. Where do we grow from here? How is Zoom Lion repositioning itself to be a key player in that area?
Yeah, what we are saying is that we stand for, we agree that scrutiny can happen. So we are open, our doors are open, and we have also always agreed to any call for competitive bidding, and we have done that one before. So we do not stand in the way of any arrangement regarding the procurement process.
So you bid for these contracts again?
Anytime it's opened, why not? Because that's our mainstay. We love it and we want to do it. So if it's opened, we will bid.
The presidency said audit of payment and claims. All payments made to Zoom Lion after the contract's expiration will be thoroughly audited. No further payments will be authorized without proper verification, and any unauthorized payments will be recovered. How much has been paid to you from September to now?
Nothing.
When was the last time government paid you?
2 years ago.
So, are you saying that this particular provision in the letter here that says that all payments made to Zoom Lion after the contract's expiration will be thoroughly audited and no further payments will be authorized without proper verification and any unauthorized payments will be recovered is false, more or less, because you haven't received any payment from government?
Well, I don't know, because this letter was not addressed to us, and what I know is that we have not been paid.
And you have not submitted payments covering September till now? You've not submitted any vouchers?
Not that I know of.
Any invoices?
Not that I know of.
There's a possibility that you may have submitted?
That is what I'm saying, that not that I know of.
All right. Emma Ajua Apiao-Sedia, Director of Corporate Affairs and Communications, Zoom Lion. Anything you want to say finally as we wrap it all up?
Yeah, all that I want to say to people is that we are a very open organization. We are open to, we appreciate integrity, we appreciate transparency, we value the provision of value for money services, and we are willing to support any procurement process that the government deems fit, so we can keep on having greener, cleaner, and healthier communities.
Emma Ajua Apiao-Sedia, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
But before we go also, I need to just say, someone just sent me a question, quick one, that based on all the challenges, based on everything you did, would you say that you've been able to run and provide an effective management of our sanitation services in this country?
Yes, because at the time that Zoom Lion entered, one major thing that I noticed was the heaps of waste that greeted us at the entrances of our towns and cities. And we supported speedily with the evacuation of those. We also pushed into the system the acceptance of standardized receptacles for on-premises waste management heavily. And today it's almost not interesting to be using any other receptacle apart from a standardized waste bin. And we have also consistently engaged in public education, mentioning it into the ears of people, the need to be responsible for your own generation of waste, in as much as government does its bit and the contractors also do their bit. Today, it is a well-known, accepted way of life for countries to run their sanitation and waste management staff together with private entities. Okay, so we, through our activities, have honed it enough for people to understand. And when people start talking about certain little infractions of the waste management channel because of maybe mechanical issues and other operational challenges, I get to understand from where I sit that we have gone very far, because it used not to be like that. And as other countries are inviting us, they come, they see what we have done, they do their own internal checks with users of our facilities, and they want us to establish same in their countries. I know that what we have done for Zoom Lion, close to 2 decades, for Ghana, close to 2 decades, is flying the flag of Ghana in the 24 countries that we are moving into.
Thank you very much, Emma Ajua Apiao-Sedia, who's Director of Corporate Affairs and Communications of Zoom Lion. This is the Super Morning Show. We'll be telling you more about reading a lot of your messages, but also, well, you see, today, as we go to the pumps, we're expecting 2 to 3% reduction. But we'll have a conversation about why you may not have to be so happy because of happenings in Iran and Israel. We'll be right back.
Come on. Good boy. Honey, look, he's crawling. Wow. Good job. The new Cerelac Wheat and Maize has the combined goodness of wheat and maize grains fortified with iron, vitamins, and minerals also found in fruits and vegetables. To prepare the new Cerelac Wheat and Maize, just add milk. Enjoy your little one's big moments at less cost. Cerelac, care for them, count on us. This advert is FDA approved.
Do you want to study abroad? I present to you Astolinks International. They give professional advice on study visas to the USA, UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Ireland, and other European nations. They also advise on visa applications, general travel, and other immigration services. Call them on 0537 152 118 or visit them at 4A Pawpaw Street in East Legon. For more information, check out astolinks.net. Astolinks, pathway for success.
Building or renovating? Look no further. At Interface Limited, we have everything you need to create stunning spaces.
Transform your interiors with our top quality plasterboards, acoustic ceilings, and cement boards.
Step into style with our exquisite laminate and engineered floors. And for your data centers, durable raised access floors.
Elevate your outdoor spaces with our WPC decking and fencing.
Protect your home with our beautiful and reliable roof shingles, insulation, canopies, and PVC fascia boards.
Add a touch of elegance with our beautiful POP cornices and roses.
Quality, affordability, and style all in one place. Building a better Ghana, one space at a time. Visit www.interfacelimited.net or call 0274 999 999. Welcome to Spintex Plaza, where living and working blend seamlessly.
Spintex Plaza, the place to be. Furnished apartments feel so free.
Imagine coming home to a luxurious furnished apartment with everything you need.
Rooftop pool, swim under the sky. Rooftop bar where the good times fly. Rooftop gym, get fit and strong. Spintex Plaza, you can't go wrong.
Spintex Plaza, your home, your work, your lifestyle. Come see us today or call us on 0241 327 363. www.spintexplaza.net.
Do you know that NIT is back in Ghana? Yes, you heard it right. NIT is back in Ghana, and Jackson Institute of Technology is the official partner. It's bigger, it's better, and it's here to revolutionize IT education in Ghana. Get ready for world-class training and unmatched opportunities powered by Jackson Institute of Technology. Jackson Institute of Technology is shaping futures with hands-on IT training for youth, students, and professionals. Courses include cybersecurity, Python programming, data analytics, networking and hardware essentials, and Microsoft Office Suite. We offer flexible schedules, affordable payment plans, and expert trainers with globally recognized certifications. Scholarships are available for women and girls. Sign up early to grab yours. You can locate us in Accra at Abna Atia Towers, Ring Road Central, or you can call us to enroll on 059 699 6037 or 059 699 6042. Take the first step towards your dream career with Jackson Institute of Technology, where your tech future begins.
Electroland City are picky, meaning another gargantuan price drop on top of all our existing discounts on Samsung, TCL, Media, and Nasco Electronics. This now double promotion against the dollar. Soskets! The minute the city appreciates with even a single digit, we continue to reduce prices. If the dollar drops today, we will reduce again today. Rush to our showrooms and authorized resellers across Ghana and pick your picky appliances now. Call 050-315-9739 for further information. Electroland, home of luxury and affordable appliances.
Are you 16 to 27 years old? Employers aren't just after degrees anymore. Stay relevant. Apply to DTI, Ghana's top TVET institution. We offer cutting-edge programs like precision welding and fabrication, design innovation and entrepreneurship, with hands-on training to prepare you for real-world challenges. Join us and succeed in industries like manufacturing, construction, and technology. At DTI, you'll learn by doing in a supportive environment. Be inspired by success stories of TVET graduates thriving in diverse fields. Visit dtiafrica.com or call 054-169-3534. Pick up admissions forms at our campus in Mimpasem, East Legon. DTI, wired for jobs.
Hungry, thirsty, or just want good vibes on a budget? Pull up at Lennox Bar and Restaurant inside Atlantic Tower, Edward City. Happy hour every Thursday and Friday, 5 to 8 p.m. Live sports on 12 big screens. And don't miss Fusion Fridays, sponsored by Glenfiddich. Live music, free Glenfiddich shots, and 10% off your bill. Call 053-885-1830 to book now.
For more.
Get ready for more. More goals, more drama, more nail-biting edge of your seat. Oh my word, did you see that? 32 teams, 63 matches, one unmissable tournament. The all-new FIFA Club World Cup on SuperSport.
You're a troublemaker, troublemaker. You ain't nothing but a troublemaker, girl.
You had me hooked again from the minute you sat down. The way you bite your lip got my head spinning around. After a drink or two, I was putty in your hands. I don't know if I had the strength to stand. Oh, troublemaker, yeah, that's your middle name. Oh, I know you're no good, but you're stuck in my brain. And I wanna know, why does it feel so good but hurt so bad? Whoa, my mind keeps saying run as fast as you can. I say you're done, but then you pull me back. Whoa, I swear you're giving me a heart attack. Troublemaker.
Music from Olimes featuring Flow Rider. Title of the song is Troublemaker. Why does it feel so good but hurt so bad? I love some of these songs, man.
Yeah, great songs.
Yeah,
Kojo, and you heard from the Head of Corporate Affairs and Communications of Zoom Lion, Emma Apia Osedia, joining us here on the Super Morning Show to have a conversation about their press release. Earlier, also, we spoke to, Rafiq Salam in Wa. We spoke to Natalia. They brought us an update on, for Rafiq, he told us more about the 7 students of Laura SHS who drowned and how they've been found. And Natalia talked about the flooding situation in the Western region. Emma Piadria, by the way, talked about how they are prepared to bid for any once the YE opens, competitive bidding process.
Yeah,
because they want to serve Ghana.
Yeah.
You can still join us. Tell us what your thoughts are here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. We definitely would read all of them.
Yes, and I have some of the messages here. This one says, Zoom Lion says 600 goes for management fees and logistics, about 278, right? Goes to pay them, right?
258.
Yes, and somebody's asking, how is this fair and correct? Now, another person says, brooms and gloves cannot cost that much. He's referring to the other components, the consumables.
Yeah, and so what we learned from that interview, and it's something we have to take up. The fact that, this is something that is determined by YEA. So how can YEA agree to pay their beneficiaries 258 cedis and give 600 as management fee, logistics, and consumables? That's something that we must interrogate.
Yeah. Importantly, why do we do something and don't see the results and not change the strategy?
Yeah.
For the when she said that they go to clean at dawn by 8, the place is dirty again. So why do we keep doing the same thing?
Exactly. We'll get into all of these, Kojo. But the EMY Africa Expo is back. It's bigger, bolder, better. And this is your official invitation to be part of the second edition of the EMY Africa Expo, happening from the 19th to the 22nd of June at the Accra International Conference Center. After a blockbuster debut with over 10,000 attendees, over 100 exhibitors, over 20 industries represented, this year we're turning it up a notch. So whether you are in the automotive, fashion, tech, real estate, health, finance, agribusiness, travel, lifestyle, or anything in between, this is your platform for visibility, networking, strategic partnerships, and media exposure that matters. Don't miss out. Register now at emyafrica.com or call 0202-018-870 or 0302-738-727 for more information. EMY Africa Expo 2025. Show up, stand up, scale up.
I deserve a brand new car.
Get one.
Winston, you also deserve a brand new car.
Yes, tomorrow I'll be at the Accra International Conference Center, the Grand Arena for the Automotive Summit. I'll be picking one there.
Especially when you are getting it at a used car price. Now VW Ghana is offering you the Virtus, the Tiguan, the Amarok, the T-Cross, the Terramont, and other nice models, brand new for you to enjoy. Now what VW is asking you is that where is the pride in driving an old used car when you could just purchase a brand new one at the same price from them? Same price. So talk to VW today, walk into any retail outlet with your used car budget, and you may drive out a brand new car. Take advantage now. VW Rise and Thrive. Drive VW, drive Ghana. And you have to hurry while stocks last. T's and C's apply. You can call them on 025-795-6688 and WhatsApp them on the same number, 025-795-6688, for more information about their range of models.
Look, I'm sure you're ready to simplify your shipping experience. So let me introduce DHL Express, your go-to solution for all your international shipping needs. Get 5% off when you send personal or official documents, gifts, paintings, cosmetics, clothing, dried fish, processed food, or importing from Asia, Australia, Europe, the Middle East, and the rest of Africa. DHL Express service makes it a breeze. All you need to do is to have the contact. All you have to do is to contact any of our main service points or individual outlets across the country, and your shipment will be processed whether inbound or outbound, and with real-time tracking, you'll always know where your package is. It's that simple. Once again, every international shipment to or from Europe, Asia, Australia, the Middle East, and the rest of Africa paid for in Ghana qualifies you for our promotional discount. So please rush now. Ready to experience the ease of shipping? Visit our website at dhl.com or call us on 0244 48 5176 or 0571 137599 to learn more about our Express Easy Service. DHL, excellence simply delivered.
And something big is happening at the National Theatre this weekend on the 20th of June, 21st and 22nd, 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. each day. Join the rest of us to go and see the latest stage play from Shelley Frimpong-Manso. It's a debut, it's a theatre debut, and she's adapting and directing Honeymoon Hotel, a stage play originally written by Stephen Yaupong. So you cannot miss this. It stars Jocelyn Dumas, James Gardner, Ama Kunedu Abebrese, David Donto, Jasmine Barudi, Andrew Tando Adote, Amanda GC, and many more. And they are all going to be on the same stage. Tickets are going for 200 Ghana cedis regular and 350 Ghana cedis VIP. And you can buy your tickets by dialing the short code *713*33*10#. Or visit African Regent, Airport Shell, Batrona, Total Silver Best Cinemas, and Zone Cinema, or Yarifa Mall. For more information, call 0545 246478. Sponsored by the African Regent Hotel, Caveman Watches, or Yarifa Mall, Verna Water, Mark Phillips Foods, and AE Cinemax. Honeymoon Hotel, powered by African Arts Network.
And you know what, Kojo, this season, Unbelievable is yours to own with DSTV. With so much content on offer, you're spoiled for choice. So get Unbelievable local entertainment with House of Clue, Shakalembe Season 2, and Nigerian Idol Season 10, all on Aquaba Magic. And catch unbelievable sporting moments, from now the
like
Premier
the
League.
10-0 that happened.
10-0 that happened, yes. And laugh along with unbelievable kids' edutainment like Paw Patrol, Bluey, and SpongeBob SquarePants, and experience unbelievable international shows like Law and Order, Lioness, Special Ops and Suits LA. So what are you waiting for? Just stay connected by dialing *759# today and own the unbelievable DSTV, your home of entertainment.
You know, that 10-0 reminded me of the stories we were told.
Ghana in India.
Ghana in India.
Just as I'm
for any more born now done it at the same.
Oh, just as I'm
format.
Ghana in format. Anyway.
Sam Johnson also tried a shot and the ball changed into a lion.
No, they say the guy on the Milo tin. The guy on the Milo tin was the one who scored the Ghana's only goal. Can you imagine? All right, let's move on.
Charlie format to Samuel Damimuno muchas Now, if you're a graduate from the University Polytechnic College of Education, Nursing and Midwifery College, and you've completed senior high school, and you're looking for an opportunity to study your dream course abroad, you can join Astolinks. They will help you go to countries like Australia, Canada, UK, US, Ireland, New Zealand, and many more to study. And these countries have excellent reputation in teaching and research, and you can work part-time to support your studies and get up to 4-year post-study work visa when you complete successfully. Applications for September 2025 is ongoing. Contact Astolinks to get information about admission, scholarship, as well as how to secure your study visa. Astolinks is located at 4A Popo Street, East Legon. Call them on 026-534-1070 or visit their website astolinks.net. Astolinks, a pathway for success.
Just a smile and the rain is gone.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning on Joy 99.7 FM.
For my heart. Just a smile and there's no way back. Can hardly believe it. But there's an angel calling me, reaching for my heart. I know that I'll be okay now. This time it's real. I lay my love on you.
Human resource is crucial for Ghana's development. The Chartered Institute of Human Resource Management Ghana presents CIHRM 2025 Conference under the theme Regulating HRM in Ghana, Standards, Ethics and Sustainability. Date 18th to 19th June 2025. Venue Alisa Hotel, Northridge, Accra. Conference fees: members 3,200 Ghana cedis, non-members 4,000 Ghana cedis, student members 2,000 Ghana cedis. For sponsorship, partnerships, special discounts, call 024-327-8694 or 020-811-2644 today. Sponsors: GCB, VRA, Gridco, NPA, Ghana Airport, We Power Authority, E-Productions, CIHRM 2025 Conference, transforming work and workplaces. Be there.
For more.
Get ready for more. More goals, more drama, more nail-biting edge of your seat. Oh my word, did you see that? 32 teams, 63 matches, one unmissable tournament. The all-new FIFA Club World Cup on SuperSport.
FPAC is effective for headaches and relieves the symptoms of flu, colds, and catarrh. FPAC blows away the pain associated with sore throats. During and after a hard day's work, FPAC relieves you of body pains. After the day's sports workout, FPAC helps the body to control the aching muscles. FPAC is effective against feverishness. FPAC reduces body temperature associated with malaria and other fevers. FPAC is effective against rheumatic pains. You can find FPAC in all pharmacy and chemical select shops throughout the country. FPAC is not recommended for children less than 16 years of age, ulcer and asthmatic patients, pregnant and lactating mothers. If symptoms persist for more than 2 days, consult your doctor. FPAC blows your pain away.
FPAC Junior follows in the tradition of FPAC tablets, a trusted friend to relieve your child of pain associated with teething, catarrh, cold and fever. The good that FPAC does for you, FPAC Junior does for your child. FPAC Junior is for children between 6 months and 12 years. FPAC Junior blows your child's pain away.
Sasso, sasso, se come tonton preco. Sasso, sasso, se come tonton preco. Edrana drama ne buseshe. Yeah, how can see any malaria? Minya me pone me sasso spray. Every mosquito study run away. Tonton preco. Sasso, sasso, mi se come tonton preco. Come tonton preco. Sasso, come tonton preco. Nani sham ne die, demo stronko.
This advert is FDA approved.
Problem there, better call Jesus. I'm only big man, know the ball on me. I watch your face, I seen the hope and it dawned on me. Everything could have been lovely, but I'm just another guy another guy. Obsessed with my morals, concerned with my liberty. Options overflow, I'm not gonna lie, there's a change in my energy. Praying I never go down. If I step on toes, my apologies. Everything could have been lovely, but I'm just another guy, just another guy. If I could, you wouldn't tell me to sacrifice it all. But I'm just another guy, just another guy. If I could, you wouldn't tell me to sacrifice it all. But I'm just another guy, just another money.
Black Sheriff with Sacrifice is 9:48 a.m. This is still the Super Morning Show. Kojo here, Winston also here. And we have a Ghana card with us. We can't find the owner. So if you know this person or if you are listening yourself, please pass by Multimedia Group and pick up your Ghana card. Presta Wobenyi Zani. Presta Wobenyi Zani. That's your name. Your Ghana card is with us here at Joy FM. Kindly pass by and pick it up. I'll repeat the name again. Presta Wobenyi Zani. Your Ghana card is with us. Come to Joy FM and pick it up. Kofi?
Yes, lots of your messages. This one says, after all these years of Zoom Lion, now sweepers suddenly matter. This be pure PR gymnastics. That's by Kojo J. At Ike Mans _ ZK says, Zoom Lion is not solving our problem, but government in government, they keep renewing their contract. Okay, but you know what? Leadership is not just about a position, it's about wisdom at the helm. So join us at the next Great Leader Summit 2.0, where two of Ghana's foremost thought leaders, Gideon Titi Ofe and Pastor Mensa Otabil, will share insights to shape the next generation of transformational leaders. The theme is Wisdom at the Helm of Affairs. Date the 21st of June 2025. Time is 9 a.m. Networking starts at 8. Venue is the University of Gold Coast Hall, Accra Business School, Spinters Road. Registration, ttoffair.com/event. Designed for executives, visionaries, entrepreneurs, public servants, and all who aspire to lead with integrity and make an impact.
And Boss Lady MTN has something special for you. Is the MTN Ejumapa bundle for you. It's more than a bundle, it's your new business bestie. They have special data and call bundles for you, so you can stay connected to your customers, your suppliers, and everything that helps your hustle grow, okay? And there's more. The Ejumapa bundle also comes with insurance benefits to help protect the business you've worked so hard to build, because MTN knows you are not just working for today, but you are building a future for all of us. So it's time to level up, scale up, and shine brighter than ever. Dial *5060# now. Grab your Ejumapa bundle and let's get to work on your success story together. MTN Ejumapa, powering women in business.
So I'm sure you're ready to dream, dare, and deliver in the world of IT. Then
Yes.
Jackson Institute of Technology, JIT, the only NIIT authorized training center in Ghana, is where you should be, because they provide world-class IT training for individuals and corporate organizations, equipping you with industry-relevant skills in software development, cybersecurity, networking, cloud computing, artificial intelligence, digital marketing, and more. And JIT offers globally recognized certifications, practical job training, and flexible hybrid learning options. They're located on the Ring Road near Circle in the heart of Accra Central Business District in Kumasi at Jackson Educational Complex, HK Iduasi near KNUST. JIT provides easy access for students and corporate clients, and their state-of-the-art auditorium is also available for corporate events, seminars, and training sessions. Call or WhatsApp them on 0596 996037 or 0596 996038 and then 0552 714 635, or visit their website jit.edu.gh. JIT, your gateway to a thriving IT career.
And Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited, your number one supplier of quality office essentials, equipment, and furniture at affordable prices, has introduced an online store for your shopping convenience. This means you can now shop by simply logging on to kingdomstoreonline.com without physically coming to any of their branches. It's hassle-free. They'll arrange delivery to your homes and offices within a reasonable time for you. And they also offer free delivery within Accra and Tema and accept payment via Momo across all networks. Terms and conditions, however, apply. At Kingdom Quality, and affordability is their hallmark.
And Enterprise Group PLC says, thank you for trusting in them. Now, they say thank you because their group CEO, Daniel Labitieku, was honored as the best group CEO insurance sector. It didn't stop there. Jacqueline Benyu of Enterprise Life, Akosia and Saintry of Enterprise Insurance, and Joseph Ampofo of Enterprise Trustees were each named CEO of the year in their respective sectors, life, general insurance, and pension. Now, these recognitions reflect more than leadership. They reflect your trust, loyalty, and the partnerships we've built together. As we look ahead, we remain committed to delivering greater value and innovative solutions to help you thrive. Once again, thank you for trusting in us. Enterprise, your advantage.
And you know, the Chartered Institute of Human Resource Management Ghana, their conference is beginning on Wednesday, 18th June to 19th June. Is the 2025 CIHRM conference. It's happening at Alisa Hotel in Accra. The theme is regulating HRM in Ghana, standards, ethics, and sustainability. Conference rates for members 3,200, non-members 4,000 Ghana cedis, student members 2,000 Ghana cedis. Register now via the CIHRM website or go to CIHRM Ghana on Facebook, LinkedIn, and X, or contact 0243-278-694 or 020-811-2644 for group registrations and discounts. CIHRM, transforming work and workplaces.
Now, this one, quick birthday. Kojo says, happy birthday to Madam Sylvia Aku Fiashede of Medina Estate. As you turn 77 years today, we wish you a healthy year all through. May you continue to enjoy the pleasant surprises from us, your children, Hammond, Anita, Eunice, and Renee, and all the grannies.
And happy birthday to Kafu Aja. Today's your birthday. Also going out to Samuel Tete, Osofo Sasti. Happy birthday to you, Samuel Tete, and to Jerry Kwame Ayensu. Boga Jerry Kwame Ayensu.
Today is the birthday of Ernest Thompson.
Oh,
yes.
Ernest Thompson.
Yes, it's his birthday. Former Senate Director General.
Yes.
So, happy birthday to you, Mr. Ernest Thompson.
Yeah.
And we pray for God's blessings and protection for you and your families. From all of us here at the Multimedia Group, including myself, Winston, and George Wiafi, also to you, Mr. Ernest Thompson.
For morning your cup. Enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Music from Ejako Onimo and the National Symphony Orchestra of Ghana. Abrucha Brabo. This one is for all those sitting in traffic this morning. I know you woke up very early. You thought you could get to the office early, but you're still in traffic. So sorry about that. It's for all those who don't know how they are going to hit their targets at work today. It's for that our sister in the market who's lost some money. For you at the office who you know, it's a manic Monday. You have too many things to do and you don't know how you're going to get through the day. It's for you. And it's for those of you who have a lot of money. Let the money flow so that we all get to chop some. And it's for you as well listening to us. We know you love a good time. This is a good one. Yeah, Winston, Abrocha Brabo.
Ghana so the
Brabo.
Ghana sir.
Brabo from Ejako Onimo.
Anyway, Yapong. So thank you very much on behalf of the team led by Samuel Dame. My name is Winston Amoah and I've been here with
Kojo, Akoto, Boateng. Have a lovely day. Remember, tomorrow we go for the Ghana Automotive Expo at the
Grand Arena Conference Center.
So plan and make that as a part of your day. If you have a very busy day, just come there during your lunchtime and after work to see all the vehicles. And thank you for making the Ghana Horticulture Expo also a success. Over 5,000 people coming through the conference center.
That's great.
And over 300 exhibitors. So have a lovely day. Enjoy the song from Ejako Onimo and the National Symphony Orchestra. We are here tomorrow with you. Stay with us.